Yeah, what up, y'all? We back with another one. Reaction video. Your boy Bull Light, aka Bush, aka In Tune Perspective. You know what we do. Today we're gonna get on a few topics. What's going on in Philly? First of all, we'll get into that in a minute. Second of all, 50. Man, that's a whole nother situation. And big news in New York is the Ebro in the morning. You know, we lost one of our morning shows, so we'll get into that too. Bullite reactions. Let's add this one to the stage, man. This young kid, alleged Philly hitman. Crazy as hell, bro. He was a rapper too. Now, somebody did a piece on this kid when he was on the run. I think he was on the run for a minute. But we're gonna get into check this out, and then we're gonna see the story behind this. What's going on in Philly? We already know it, but they getting younger and younger in Philly. I think Philly's the town where these kids is getting young. Like it was Chicago, but I heard some things in Philly like 10, 11, 12 shooters, 10, 11, 12 years old. What the hell is going on? And you would think because it's a heavy Muslim city that it'll be more, you know what I mean, around the kids. But man, them kids out of control, and they be Muslim too. That's what be tripping me out. But yeah, man, this kid just got caught up. Let's check this out.
One of Philadelphia's most wanted criminals is off the streets. 25-year-old Tyvine Jones was formally arraigned on murder charges today, 24 hours after his capture following years on the run. Jones is accused of 3 homicides that prosecutors say stem from his role as an alleged hitman for a brutal gang. Action News reporter Elizabeth Worthington now with the story.
An anonymous tip led U.S. Marshals.
The hitmen come younger and younger nowadays.
In Lansdowne Wednesday morning, where alleged hitman and gang member 25-year-old Tyvine Jones was arrested.
Jones has been a fugitive since April of 2024. Jones evaded law enforcement by using the resources of his group to frequently change locations within Philadelphia and nearby counties.
The arrest of a fugitive
Boy been on the run.
Came as a shock to people who live in this apartment complex.
A hitman and this like, I don't know, we have like a lot of old folks and that's kind of about it.
I have never seen that guy before.
Jones is accused of killing 3 people between 2020 and 2022. 16-year-old.
So you could imagine it's probably more than that.
20-year-old Wesley Rodwell in May 2022, and 23-year-old Ryan Finley in a shooting captured on surveillance camera in September 2022. Investigators believe Garrison and Rodwell were rivals of Jones, but officials wouldn't comment on the motive behind Finley's killing.
Street groups today are on notice that we will continue to work together to take them down.
Action News has learned Jones was arrested on gun charges back in 2020, about a month after he allegedly shot and killed 16-year-old Garrison. And in 2022, a little over a month before the shooting of Rodwell, he was sentenced to 3 years of supervised probation. We're waiting to get a comment from the DA's office on that. For now, Jones is
3 years supervised probation.
I spoke to his court-appointed attorney today who says he'll prepare a vigorous defense. Outside police headquarters, Elizabeth Worthington for Action News at 10 on VHL 17.
Well, you know, apparently this kid is he was a rapper too. So let's get into that. They say he was a rapper. He been on the run for a minute. Somebody did a report with all the whole situation surrounding this situation. So let's check that out. The family. Yeah, I messed with that in that channel. The family. Let's get into that, man.
It's the start. It's the start. Oh, the legendary run derby. This
In Philadelphia are trying to track down a man they say is connected with 3 separate murders. Investigators say a $5,000 reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest of Tyvine Jones.
He was dissing on my homie, and then that little nigga can say a name in my song, cause I know the first gonna try to run, they said his fat ass ain't get that far.
That boy sound like a Nardo Wick. He sound like Nardo Wick a little bit, I ain't gonna lie.
$5,000 reward is being
You bring
offered
that back.
for information
information leading to the arrest of Tyvine Jones.
He was dissing on my homie, and then that little nigga shot and say a name in my song, cause I know the feds gon' listen. Ebro try to run, they said his fat ass ain't get that far, but if you don't land in Charles wouldn't turn bumper and the track star.
Is dead after more gun violence in Philadelphia. Police say the 16-year-old was shot early this morning at the intersection of North 22nd and Diamond Streets in North Philadelphia.
Please. This individual is one of the most wanted people currently in the city, and there's a $5,000 reward on his head.
Fam, I've been doing a lot. Last couple of weeks, I haven't been posting as much as I want to. I'm getting a new studio together for the New Year's, thank God, and I'm excited. And of course, I vlogged to give you guys an experience and see how far we came. But headed to this weekend coming up, man, there's a couple stories I wanted to bring to you guys' attention this Thursday. One of them is based out of Philadelphia. In the last 24 hours of me making this video, the blind still leading the blind. You see, Philadelphia been looking for a man for the last 5 years, who some say the youngest alleged hitman in the city. And he finally...
That boy been on the run for 5 years. That mean the community protecting him. They got love for him. Somebody helping him out. And it's going to be sad when they go arresting the people that was helping him out. But hopefully not. But damn, he been on the run for 5 years. He probably been chilling in Philly. Nah, we'll see what's up, though.
Been arrested after a 5-year manhunt within the last 24 hours of me making this video. Police say this young man whose alleged murder stretched across at least 3 years. And while he was online dropping music, giving out clues, taunting investigators, just 4 weeks ago, he released another diss track basically aimed at the cops themselves. Now, authorities claim he wasn't just some random kid in the streets. They say he was the designated hitman for a well-known Philadelphia crew, which we'll later identify and discuss. And if I was anybody still tied to him, some would say at this moment, it'd be best to lay low on purpose. But here's where things get even crazy. Over the years, police say he bragged about having more than 3 bodies. And in one clip, he couldn't even hang around someone who didn't.
How you a killer, nigga? You ain't got more than 3. You ain't trying to slide, fuck it, then there's more for me.
So who are we talking about? A young man.
Whoa. That make it seem like them 3 ain't nothing. I think he got more than that. You know the police don't catch everything. They catch some, but they don't catch everything.
And some say 150 pounds soaking wet. According to Philadelphia police, a man that's responsible for taking the lives of a 16-year-old, his own best.
Why are these little skinny dudes usually the most deadliest? That's crazy. They usually like a buck soaking wet, you feel me? And they be the deadly ones. Some skinny dudes, nothing to play with nowadays.
Friend, a local rapper who dropped a viral diss song with over 2 million views we'll later talk about, who was gunned down just 4 days later after allegedly filming in his opposition's neighborhood. And another man months later. Today we're going to break down a full timeline, identify who this young man is, his rap stage name, his nicknames, the murders he accused of, where he from, who he ran with, how some became enemies, and how some allegedly turned informants. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that,
so I think my man did this one. Shout out to the family, like I said. I think he did this one when homeboy was still at large. You know, he just recently got bagged up. It's several situations like that with the Philly young boys too. They be on the run for a second.
That being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, today we headed to North Philadelphia and visited a gang called Bloomberg Gang. According to local police, a violent drug trafficking organization, primarily associated with former Norman Blumenberg apartment public housing complex. The gang has been a target of multiple federal investigations and prosecutions for drug-related crimes and violence that quote-unquote terrorized the neighborhood. The gang...
See, but when you got a high-profile guy like this, wanted, and he's from the gang and it's documented, you already know that gang shut that shit down. They got the hell out of there. It's too hot. They got the hell out of Dodge. Whoever was over there doing their thing probably wasn't even, you feel me, affiliated, because if they were smart, they got the hell out, got the hell on, because you know police watching everything over there. If old boy was from there and he on the run, man, hot situation.
Operated out of the Norman Bloomberg Apartments, a high-rise public housing facility in the Searswood neighborhood of North Philadelphia. The complex was particularly demolished in 2016 as part of a redevelopment efforts. Philadelphia police say the gang was involved in heavy drug trafficking 24/7 on the streets often accompanied by violence.
We in North Philly right now, down Blumberg Project, the heart of North Philly. Place where a lot of people wouldn't even come. I've been shot in both my legs. I've been shot in my face. It got so bad that the feds, like, we can't really stop what's going on, but we can just knock your project down. Man, they really took our projects and tore it down and broke it down the way they really wanted to do it.
Over the years, Blumberg had leaders like Stinks, who was sentenced to 30 years in prison in 2020, and Juan German, sentenced to 30 years in 2019. They were found to have tightly controlled operations, supervised sellers, and look.
Shout out the family. I like this. I like his documentaries, you know. Trap Lord Ross ain't the only one that could do that. He do it with integrity without, you know, he do it with some integrity too, so for sure.
They even had taxes on members and customers. Members included shift sellers, grinders, or trappers, and lookouts to alert them to law enforcement presence. But as of recent, it's a new man that's been people in Philadelphia call him Rookie of the Year, Tyvion Jones, also known as Erd and Bloomberg Erd in his music tracks.
Ain't shot nobody, fuck ain't know I got a body. I was smiling on the hit, laughing as I shot. These niggas no get back gang. These niggas ain't stand up for shit. I know he talks and turning his grave shit.
It's to the point where if you from Philly and you rapping like this and you sounding like something and you know, got the following, you already know, like the police is figured like, hey, most of the time the stuff they saying is true. You feel me? Because we know what type of city that is. You can't play like that.
Now, that last song was a song that was released just 4 weeks ago. 41,000 views ain't counting, called No Get Back. Basically taunting his enemies and the police. And mind you, at this point, he was on the run for 5 years, half a decade, fam. And
wow.
For 3 murders, with the first murder alleged.
That's some next level type of power. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody in that video, I hope they had masks on. It's gonna be a lot of arrests now, whatever else, because yo, he on the run, five murders, 5 bodies, allegedly. And he got videos and he taunting the police, and you see dudes in the videos, they crazy as hell too, tell you the truth. Those some wild boys.
Allegedly happened August 23rd, 2020, where a 16-year-old lost his life on Diamond Street, an area in the Raymond Risen projects, a significant public housing development located around 23rd and Diamond Street, which is frequently referenced as a key part of that specific hood. Original Valley, the blocks between 23rd and 25th Street on Diamond Street have also been historically associated with a specific local identity or group known as the Original Valley. The victim.
I ain't never seen no big buildings like that in Philly. Then again, I only been there a couple of times. I did some work in there, some film work down in Philly, had fun. But damn, I don't think when you think Philly, you don't think these type of buildings, you feel me? That look like some New York shit.
Was identified as Hayward Garrison, aka Lil Ranger. He was struck by gunfire on the 2200 block of West Diamond Street on Sunday, August 23rd, 2020 at 1:10 a.m. He suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Lil Ranger was transported to Temple University Hospital, where he later passed away. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. As mentioned, he was just 16 years old. He resided on North 29th Street in Philadelphia. And the crazy part about his story is that he lost his life to gun violence just a year after his sister lost her life. After both of his sisters were stabbed by a 19-year-old woman who lived on the same block as them over allegedly a social media dispute.
Philly is a violent place, boy. I love Philly. I love, you know, my peoples in Philly, but Philly is a violent place. Don't play out there.
Stabbing happened in 2019 at around 11:30 p.m. on a Monday on the 1500 block of North 29th Street. Shantae Garson was 23. She was found lying on the ground with multiple stab wounds. She was taken to a hospital where she later died, and her sister, Tyshawn Layton, was also stabbed multiple times. She was released from the hospital after being listed in critical condition.
That's sad.
The Ranger was just 15 years old at the time. His mother.
It's always sad when you hear about the ladies getting involved in some tragic violence, you know what I mean? But that's what it is nowadays. Nowadays, I be going through my feed on Twitter and whatever else, and it's just be a bunch of ladies fighting. That should be, I be like, what's going on? They be going crazy too. Females is getting more deadlier than dudes nowadays. I ain't gonna hold you.
made an appearance on the local news. That's what she had to say.
Deadly dispute in a Philadelphia neighborhood. Officials say a woman and her sister were both stabbed by a neighbor. Tonight we're hearing from the mother of the victims. Action News reporter Maggie Kent joins us now live from the neighborhood with the investigation and a closer look at the suspect. Maggie.
Sarah, police say they know who they are looking for. They've issued a warrant for her arrest. A young mother of two is now dead, and her sister at the intensive care unit at this hour.
I taught them to be better than that. But when God
It
has...
seemed like in Philly, ain't no fighting. Ain't no having a dispute and getting a scrap on and it's over. You feel me? That's what it seemed like. But we know this is just the news. There's all kind of situations. They're going to focus on the mostly the negative, but you already know, man, Philly, dangerous place to be. If you know anything, you know that.
As his plan, like, what can you do?
Arlene Layton is mourning the loss of her 23-year-old daughter, Shantae Garrison, a mother of two young children herself.
I never thought that somebody would come and stab her over a fight. And my other daughter is in ICU, and we didn't even tell my daughter yet. So my daughter can't even see the news or nothing.
Her 28-year-old daughter, Tayshawn Layton, is also recovering from being stabbed in a fight on their block at 29th and Jefferson last night. Police say the sisters were wounded in the fight with a new neighbor, a woman who initiated the confrontation and showed up with a knife. Social media postings may have fueled the tension between the groups. Layton says her daughters were likely caught by surprise when the aggressor brought a knife.
My kids is not like that.
So that's his sister who ended up, caught up in that tragic situation. Rest in peace to everybody that's mentioned today on this platform. But I'm trying to explain what's the relation to him. But now, understand. But now I know because I forgot. I think that they said that's his sister, right?
So they don't even know, like, when you dealing with people like this, all you had to do is come home. Come home.
Police have interviewed multiple witnesses. They say there may be more arrests to come in this case. Tonight, a family of Shantae Garrison will be holding a vigil here on the corner where she died in her memory. We're live in Brewery Town. Maggie Kent, Channel 6, Action News. Rick.
All right, Maggie, thank you.
Now, as mentioned, Bloomberg, according to local police in Philadelphia, was responsible for Lil Ranger losing his life. And that was the story of him and his older sisters getting stabbed by a 19-year-old, leaving one deceased just a year prior. Just 2 years later, in 2022, police say Bloomberg.
When you go through some real violent stuff like that and you lose your sibling to violence, it does something to these kids. We already know that. So, yeah, we always find that in these stories too, that every time you hear about, the young alleged killer, you go to do the history, they went through some real violent stuff as youngins. Most of them.
Was responsible for a local rapper who some would say made one of the most disrespectful disses of all time. His name was Wesley Rodwell, aka Burke Street Man. As mentioned, he was only 20 years old, and on May 21st, 2022, he dropped a song titled 6 Feeters with over 2.4 million views, I ain't counting, and 16,000 likes. In that song, he could be seen dissing the dead, calling them out by names, going to his enemy neighborhood, shooting a music video, and dissing hoods in the process. And one of those hoods was Bloomberg.
In the tracks, ad car like Drizzy wasn't slumped all in that backyard. Heard Zebo try to run, they said his fat ass ain't get that far.
4 days later, May 25th, 2022, Burke Street Man was one of 4 men who was killed in Philadelphia. Philadelphia police say, while on the run for 2 years by that point, Bloomberg was the alleged hitman later charged in connection with that murder. And the crazy part is, looking back, Bloomberg had posted the picture of him and Burke Street Man. Things were true. Now, the next murder happened just a few months later, September of 2022. 23-year-old Ryan D. Finley was shot to death on the 1600 block of Crescent Street in the Nicetown, Toga area. For 5 years, Bloomberg would go on a run. But a year after the last murder that's being documented in this indictment, his good friend Bloomberg G's would be gunned down in what some say in an accidental shooting. Not to mention, Bloomberg G's was a local rapper, but he also was wanted for the murder of the 16-year-old that we briefly talked about at the beginning of this video. Some say Bloomberg who accidentally shot his man going on a drill. Bloomberg G's real name was Anthony Watson. He was shot once in the back of the head on the 1800 block of North Woodstock Street just after 8:15 p.m. Wednesday. A 26-year-old man was also shot in the foot. Police rushed Washington to Temple University. He was originally listed in critical condition, but died about 4 hours later. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. He was only 21 years old, and he'd been a fugitive for over a year at that point, wanted for murder, as we mentioned. Apparently, they were trying to spend Burke.
It's amazing how these dudes be on the run that long.
Police recovered a gun plus 16 shell casings from 2 different caliber weapons, indicating the shootout. The motive remains under investigation. Some say Bloomberg allegedly shot him in the head by accident. But then on the second week of December of 2025, after having a $5,000 reward, and you would think with 5 years on a run and only $5,000, they ain't really looking for you. But nonetheless, he would finally get apprehended. Jones was found apprehended in an apartment complex on Lansdowne Avenue in Delaware County the morning of Wednesday, December 10, 2025, after the U.S. Marshal Service said they received an anonymous tip.
Is off the streets. U.S. Marshals arrest an alleged hitman accused of shooting and killing 3 people, including a 16-year-old. The Fugitive Task Force took Divine Jones into custody at the Stratford Court Apartments in Lansdowne this morning. They say the 25-year-old is a...
How do they get labeled as a hitman? Do they are the people accusing them of getting paid to make the hits? Because what I'm hearing is they're gang members and they doing gang stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how they hitmen.
Member of the North Philadelphia Bloomberg gang. The alleged murders happened between 2020 and 2022.
As we said, family, blind leading the blind. 2 of the alleged perpetrators that was involved in these murders was already arrested. 1 standing trial, and 1 information is being scrapped from online, and some say he cooperated. But at the end of the day, this story ain't about clout music or who was up or down in the streets. It's the fact that we headed in 2026, and you gotta be a fool to glorify somebody who choose to be on the run, to make weak music, get no paper, risk having life in jail than being told on for $5,000.
Yeah, but you gotta understand they getting money from this thing. The crew's getting money. It's a business. They getting money. Dude glorifying death, and that became a thing. Like YBC Dude, that he was he resting in peace out of Philly. He was the biggest rapper from his crew because he was the main one dropping names, doing very disrespectful stuff, going to grave sites and things like that. But he still was the main one in his crew that was getting that look and getting that motion. And he was making money for the gang. So you got to understand, it's sad, but it's true. And that come from the way we designed hip hop from the beginning. You know, we designed it a certain way, and this is the inevitable that's going on right now.
$1,000. Now, after looking up information, it's important to know this. Before Jones was apprehended this time, he was arrested 1 month after the murder of the 16-year-old Lord Ranger on gun charges and later released. But after taunting online just 4 weeks prior in a music video, allegedly killing the man who was once his best friend, not to mention killing the man he once was cool with, before posting him on social media like he grieving. But that same internet he boasts on got somebody $5,000 during the holidays. And him apprehended, thinking it all was a game until that 5-year run finally came to an end. Now families left grieving, and the city is left picking up the pieces. And another young bull, as they would say, is staring at the rest of his future behind bars. Let this be a reminder, dissing the dead, chasing attention, and playing street politics for views don't end in a success story. It never does, and we never did one, and we never will be able to tell you one. They end in indictments, funerals, or prison cells. Fam, that was the story of one of Philadelphia's youngest hitman, allegedly been on the run for years before being apprehended for not 1, not 2, but 3 murders in the span of 2 years. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments.
Man, salute to the family. I gotta hit them comments on that one. I like that one. That was a good one. Salute to the family, man. The family TV. What can I say? And like I said, in Philly, there's been a couple situations similar to that. A young dude on the run, you know, an alleged hitman. You know, before we get into the next topic, like I said, 16-year-old. Another one. Oh man, I didn't know it was him. Hold up. I ain't gonna play him. Another 16-year-old, Hop Out Blick. You feel me? Remember him? He was on the run for a minute. And actually, I think he might have been a part of them kids that got away and escaped jail and was on the running up some more. I think so. It was a crazy, crazy situation, man. That boy Hop Out Blick. They said it was a triple killing, but this is just similar to what the other boy.
The next name brand rapper in Philly to crash out in the streets, and arguably in the music too, wasn't from the disrespectful crew YBC, but actually an allied set called PNB, more specifically their violent younger generation called the Tour.
I don't think I could do that one. Your boy shut me down later because I called him a fat trap more. What I call him Cat More Loss. Smell me? He's a federale. But I don't gotta use it. You feel me? There's other platforms I could use. I don't gotta use him or the other one I just used. On everything I love, we do it the other way. Oh, I'm gonna do the Philly guys. I'm gonna let the Philly boys talk about the Philly situation.
First, talk about what's going on in the trenches.
We'll continue to the
rapper we're talking about today took self-snitching to a whole new level. After allegedly leaving some ops dead in a brutal shooting, he hopped in a booth and told everyone exactly how it went down, and now he's facing life in prison over the situation. This is the crazy story of Hop Out Blick. Rap fans know that cities like Chicago and Atlanta have crazy street drama. Rappers like Lil Durk, King Von, and FBG Duck put the war in Chirac on the map. And now Young Thug and his YSL crew are wrapped up in a crazy RICO case in Atlanta for allegedly running drugs and putting bags on ops' heads. But what most people don't know is that Philadelphia can get just as wild. There's a lot going on all over the city.
Who don't know
Today
that?
we're breaking down the brutal gang war that led to Hop Out Blick catching 2 murder charges. He came up in an area of the city called Germantown, which has been getting more and more.
Shout out Hip Hop Daily. I've been a fan of theirs for a minute. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. Shout out to Family TV. Bush here to react today, man. This is something to analyze, man. Philly. And the crazy thing is that we need to analyze is, they all come from strict religious families and like people that got morals and values and things like that. But they say in Philly, you're going to die over respect, not money.
Violent since the 2010s. A lot of gang wars in the rap game start with someone getting killed in the street. But according to rumors, this one was sparked by people just throwing hands at the gas station. It's not clear exactly what went down, but it set off a crazy wave of violence that's still getting people killed today. Germantown has a lot of active sets in the area, but today we're breaking down what happened with PNB and the West Side Mafia. PNB is one of the most well-known crews in the city after PNB Rock blew up in the industry and put him on the map. But his brother Steph was actually one of the first deaths in the war with the West Side Mafia. PNB Rock came up in the trenches of Germantown and got active at a young age. He was getting into fights at school all the time, and at 13, he got sent to juvie on a robbery charge. Juvie didn't keep him out of the streets though, and at 19, he went to prison for over 2 years and was homeless for a while when he came back outside.
You got to imagine PNB and how he got caught up, rest in peace, but he was a street dude, but he been dealing with that shit all his life. I guess people looking at him like it's like something sweet or whatever else type of shit because he, the boy looked like he a preppy ass pretty boy from the suburbs somewhere, but the boy is a hood monster. Rest in peace to PNB, and yeah, that's a complex too. They got the small man complex, the this complex. That's another complex. You're dealing with people trying to play you that don't know you and looking at you off how you look.
He started writing rhymes while he was locked up, and that's when Rock decided to switch up how he moved and make it out of the streets. He started dropping music in 2014 and signed his first major deal a year later with Atlantic Records. Rock took everything to another level in 2016 when he hit the Billboard Hot 100 with the track Selfish. He had given up the street life and was already popping off in the industry. But back in Philadelphia, his family and all crew were about to get involved with one of the deadliest beefs in the city. In 2016, the year that PNB Rock hit the mainstream, his brother Steph was in the whip with a girl when the shooter rolled up and started letting off shots. Steph got hit in the body, and by the time the cops got there, he was already dead. Nobody was ever booked for killing Steph, but rumors say a dude from the West Side Mafia named Nemo was behind the hit. Nemo is one of the biggest hitters for the West Side, and after he allegedly killed Steph, rumors say that PNB put a major bag on his head. A year after Steph...
You see how he says it? no one was, but rumors say that he, he make it clear as rumors, but dude is probably resting in peace or in jail before he did this thing, but we'll find out. But I'm just trying to get the difference between trap lore and somebody with integrity that's reporting the story.
Was murdered. Nemo was visiting his girlfriend and spending time with his 3-month-old son when he allegedly got a phone call to come outside. It's not clear who made the call, but when Nemo walked out of the house, someone ran up and killed him with a shot to the head.
Now, and rest in peace to him too. If this was Trap Lore Raw's story, this dude probably he didn't have to be dead for Trap Lore to say, "Oh, rumors say he was killed by," and drop the name and just throw it out there because he read some Reddit. See this platform right here, and shout out to Hip Hop Daily. He said he's speaking on it because dude is resting in peace. First of all, second of all, he also made it clear that it's rumors.
Hop Out Blick reps P&B and another crew called The Tortures, and he's been dissing Nemo ever since. Like on the track Where You Been, when he rapped, "We don't shoot from cars, you know we jumping out on feet. And we flame their whole car, cause they was trying to jump out that Jeep. Ain't no lacking on this block, Lil Saw in every car he see. Ain't no capping in my rhymes, bro. I'll be in them cars for weeks. I'm trying
Damn, these young boys. It ain't about getting money no more. I was watching the 21 Savage Big Bang. Ain't about getting money no more. Ain't about getting the females and being fly no more. It's about getting them hats now.
to do a nigga like Nemo got, send something to the sea. And on the track, so many names, he raps. Nemo caught a face shot, Ski Lack caught a headshot. He was trolling on that gram, and that shit got his man shot. After Nemo died, Westside Mafia allegedly slid into their territory and ended up killing an innocent teenager named Jai Kustas. In September 2017, Jai Kustas was hanging out with some friends on the 100 block of East Pastorius in East Germantown when someone pulled up and let off shots into the crowd. 4 people got hit, including Jai's little cousin, but Jai was the only one who didn't make it out alive. Rumors say he was cool with dudes from P&B, but wasn't actually active in the streets. After he died, his family told reporters that he was a good student who loved playing basketball and wanted to become a doctor, but he was tragically caught up in the beef between P&B and the Westside Mafia and left dead in the street. While the shooting was going down, Jai was trying to save everyone around him and told his little cousin, "If I get shot, I get shot." There were a bunch of kids in the street, and Jai was trying to make sure they were all safe. Instead of ducking into a house and keeping himself safe, Jai stayed outside to help and ended up getting shot in the back and dying.
Wow, respect to him. A real brave soldier. A real one. So we got soldiers on the streets too that do soldier stuff and put their life on the line to save others. So respect to that, and like I said, rest in peace. Let's keep it going though.
P&B Rock was already out of the streets and working with some of the biggest artists in the world when Jai got killed, but he still shouted him out on the track Lost You to the Game back in 2021. Rock also rapped about his brother Steph and said, "I'm on now, but I'm missing my game. Steph ain't even get to see when I copped that new Mulsanne. And Shizzy ain't get to see the jet. We on all these private planes. Rest in peace, my young nigga Jai got killed when he was only 16. Ops took an innocent soul, man. He wasn't even in the game." In an interview with Hood Life Media, Hop Out Blick said that P&B Rock inspired everyone in the set. He showed everyone that you could really make it out of the streets and into the rap game. Blick was raised by his grandma in Germantown and said it was wild coming up there. Blick has been in the streets for a long time, but he only started rapping seriously around 2021. Hop Out Blick never thought he was going to be a rapper, but P&B Rock proved that dudes from the Philly trenches could make it out. So Blick and his homies started trying to do the same thing. But before Blick ever hopped in the booth, he was allegedly getting active in the war between P&B and the Westside Mafia. And in 2018, the beef led to another innocent teenager getting killed. On September 5th, 2018, a 19-year-old woman named Destiny was chilling on a friend's porch in the west side of Germantown. Nobody knows why it happened, but around 7 p.m., 2 shooters rolled through and let off shots at Destiny and her friends. Another guy got shot and was left paralyzed for life, while Destiny got hit and tragically died 5 days later in the hospital. The next loss that P&B took was another rapper from the set named P&B Shizzy. In January 2019, Shizzy and his homie Dante Smith were sitting in the whip when someone shot them both. Police responded to the scene, and both of them were rushed to the hospital. But unfortunately, neither of them made it out alive.
I don't like the innocent people getting hit. This is sounding too common in this story here. Man, what's going on? But when you think about it, these young kids slinging them that big iron, yeah, things might not go right all the time. Rest in peace to these innocent people, though, man. This is a tragedy.
What makes the situation even crazier is that they were killed by someone who was sitting in the car with them. Shizzy and Dante were in the front of the whip, and whoever pulled the trigger was sitting behind them in the back seat. Then a few months later, P&B allegedly got revenge by taking out a dude from the west side named Sturdy. Sturdy was chilling on the block with a homie. Two shooters ran up and dumped 16 shots at them. Sturdy's homie got hit twice, but was still able to run away. But one of the bullets caught Sturdy in the head, and he was pronounced dead just a couple hours later at the hospital. Police said that Sturdy had a strap in his waistband when they arrived at the scene, but apparently the ops got the drop on him and killed him before he had the chance to up it. The West Side lost another shooter named Gunna in 2020. Gunna was allegedly putting major pressure on P&B and the crews they're clicked up with. And in January 2020, some shooters from P&B allegedly caught Gunna outside and killed him. Gunna was a big loss for the West Side, and Hop Out Blick dissed him on the track so many names when he rapped. Gunna came out the crib eating Doritos, dead op. Mikey got caught trying to shovel snow. They left him flaming hot. I'm the real Hop Out Blick. They know I hop out, blick a lot. Chase him down, and if he fall, you know you best stand over top. In 2021, another allegedly innocent dude was murdered in the war between P&B and the West Side just because he was cool with some street dudes. Cam Scott Bay.
You know what's crazy? Anybody that these rappers name, and when they get caught up in some high-profile cases where bodies is involved, anybody that they naming, the feds is taking all them names and they taking them names serious, and they watching every single name that they named. So if you ain't caught up yet, they watching your ass. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy how they're using this information age, homie. YouTube, Twitter, all that other shit. The feds is loving it, especially Cap More Laws.
Was a 19-year-old artist who painted a landscape at a local elementary school and wanted to work on cartoons and video games. Cam rapped on the side too. But according to people close to the situation, he wasn't active in the streets at all and was just friends with some dudes who were in the trenches. But even chilling with the ops is enough to turn you into one in a wild place like Philly. And in April 2021, Cam was standing on the street waiting for a friend when someone came through and killed him. Hop Out Blick jumped in the studio and started dropping drill tracks around 2021 and 2022. And he started airing out the beef on tracks like So Many Names when he raps. Mikey died trying to shovel snow. They left him fucked. He was dissing on the gram, and the next day, sent him up. You ain't bending for your man.
You know, it's a point that we never talk about how sick people are, but we know these dudes is rapping about somebody that allegedly died or whatever that died, and how sick the kids are that they love that shit, and they don't even know the kids that died. They don't know the situation. They don't have nothing to do with it. But when they know he's talking about actual people, it becomes more authentic, and they love it more. That's kind of crazy. That just shows you the human psyche, though. That's just that's some human being shit, and we are twisted. The youngins, man, we gotta change that.
You ain't do shit when he got plucked. Bro, you heard what they did to Cam? They ran down on him, hit him up. Hop Out Blick wasn't just dissing Westside Mafia in his music, though. He went live May 2022 on IG with some dudes from a set called YBC and started sending shots at dead ops. One of the dudes commenting on the live was a P&B affiliate named Tino. Then just a few hours later, 3 shooters caught Tino and murdered him in the middle of the street. The cops were right there when it went down and started busting at the shooters, but they were able to get away, and nobody was ever booked for killing Tino. Tino's funeral was held a week after he was killed, and on the same day, a dude from the West Side got caught pumping gas and was allegedly shot by P&B. Brandon Dixon from the West Side stopped at a gas station in Germantown on the day of Tino's funeral.
Shout out to Crime
That's when
Game.
some shooters
What up?
hopped out of a whip and killed him in broad daylight. It's not clear if Blick was on the hit, but he dissed Brandon on the track So Many Names and said, "This that gas station lap. This that 30 on pump 5. Niggas know the torture, steady blitzing shit. This shit for Jod. Real get back."
I look at the dude face, Hop Out Blick. Imagine his childhood. I would imagine he went through some shit, lost some loved ones to violence.
They ain't even take a week when Tino died. Hop Out Blick.
That's why they say it's a cycle.
Repping P&B, but he's also part of a crew of younger dudes called the Tortures. The first official video he dropped on YouTube is for his track Torture Party, where he raps, "Fuck Gunna, dig him up, that's another brainless op. Headshot, big tortures. No, we only aim at tops. Big oppas, big scorchers. No, we torture niggas block. If you want to be a torture, yeah, you gotta torture op. Don't be a bitch. Hop in the V's, hop out and up your Glock. After Brandon Dixon,
He listened to it. You could tell he listened to it. Shout out Hip Hop Daily. You could tell he listened to the way he's spitting it. He know the song. He spitting it on beat.
was killed. The West Side Mafia allegedly murdered Blake's homie Chucky. A rapper from West Side Mafia named Pugger dropped a diss track after it went down, and in the video, he's holding a gun to the head of a Chucky doll, which made a lot of people think he was involved with the murder. He's locked up on a murder charge right now, but it's not clear if it's over the Chucky situation or something else. Losing Chucky and his other homies didn't slow Blake down at all in the streets, and in April 2023, he was allegedly involved in one of the most brutal killings in Philadelphia. According to police reports, Blick and some other dudes set up a gun sale but planned on robbing the guys who wanted to buy the strap. Hop Out Blick and his crew showed up to the crib, but the situation went left and shots started going off. 4 teenagers on the other side got hit, and 3 of them tragically died at the scene. Blick went on the run and kept on dropping music, but a few months later, the cops caught up to him and booked him on 2 murder charges. Rumors say that someone in P&B is already snitching on Blick, and the cops have a bunch of evidence from the scene. But Blick's own lyrics will probably be used against him too. In an unreleased track, he rapped, "We fried La, now we can't pop no more wheelies. Them big ass 40 hoes look like he felt a 10 milli. They should have played it smart and just gave up them blizzies. They made a wrong move, then my twin lit off his switch. He took that risk, and we shot Leaky in his kidney. This nigga got me teed. Like how you make it to the dock. They can't stop the tease, because we keep torching on their block." Blick pretty much laid out exactly how the shooting went down on the track instead of laying low and keeping his head down. He talks about being inspired by P&B Rock to make it in the industry, but obviously Blick was more focused on putting in work in the trenches, and now 3 people are dead, and Hop Out Blick is facing life in prison for killing them.
Yep, that Philly shit, bro. Like, something going on out there, man. Just like Chicago, but for some reason Philly don't get the same attention. Chicago's bigger and things like that, but man, it's just sad what's going on with the youngins out there, though. Them youngins is deadly as fuck. They murdering shit. They about killing. When you think about that, it changes the whole dynamic of the streets, because the youngins, how big homie getting money gonna do business with them? You can't trust them. They got it. Then they formulate their own shit. They figure out how to get it on their own, because ain't no trust in these youngins, bro. Crazy as hell. Anyway, like I said, man, let's pray for Philly, pray for Chicago, New York, all the places where these youngins, the gang members getting more younger and younger every day, because that's something that I don't like. You gotta watch that. It's becoming a fad. It's a thing for the young kids, and it's dangerous. That's all. We got nieces, nephews, sons, daughters. It's coming from a place where, and I noticed, and the crazy part about Philly is most of them kids, they say, yeah, I come from a good household, mom and dad, very religious, very strict. So that's something else. That's different. That's when it get crazy. So it's like, what do you do? How do you stop this? You feel me? Next topic. I'm a New Yorker. Ebro in the morning got shut down, fired, 86 canned, and a lot of New Yorkers is not really feeling it. They sad about that. I was at first a little shocked. We had Ebro, like we had whole Hot 97. The morning show was going against the Breakfast Club. So if you got mad at Charlemagne, you could hop on the morning show and watch them. You got mad at the Breakfast Club, you go back to Charlemagne and Hot Night or whatever. You got Ebro in the morning, and then you got Charlemagne with the Breakfast Club. Ebro claimed, and I played that shit. He said, basically, everybody's conforming. They all got to listen now. So I would imagine he's talking about the Breakfast Club and things like that. That dude, Academics, went crazy on him. He went relentless We're gonna watch a little bit of that. I don't know what we know. He had some issues with Ebro, long time, but the fat boy is mad. He went crazy. He's very happy about this. He's a New Jersey guy, so his radio, one of his radio stations is Hot 97 too. Shout out to Academics, because I'm using your content to react to. He might shut me down. Who knows? But let's get into it though. This boy is excited. He happy as hell.
50 Cent once said this guy was the single-handed reason why New York City radio and hip-hop went in a decline. I hate to say it, I do agree. He's a guy from the Bay Area. He was given the title of program director at Hot 97. And this was a guy who, with all due respect,
I heard when I first heard this whole situation with him, like basically shutting out the underground artists and putting on, you know, the mainstream more and not looking out for the. I don't know why they mad at him. They say he wasn't looking out for the underground. I don't know about all that. I heard about it first with Troy Ave and that situation, and Troy was mad of certain things. They like he don't support New York local artists, but that was a bunch of cap. You feel me? Some reason because of who he is, he was looked at as the guy who was stopping New York music. When Funk Master Flex been there, I think just as long as him, and Funk Master Flex don't get none of the blame. He get all the blame. He's a program director, yeah, but at the same time, you can't think the director got all the control. There's somebody else he worked for, but that's just what the word was.
had zero foresight for where the game was going. He was like exactly what the record labels were. The record labels, and let me not go down that path, but I'll just make it a two-liner. The record labels got all fucked up and they were fucking stuck on stupid, and mad niggas got fired when they realized that people could burn a CD and upload the shit to a peer-to-peer sharing software like Kazaa, LimeWire, Napster. The music industry, bang, it was in a dismal downfall. This is why the tech companies saved music, because when they couldn't sell physical product anymore, the industry was looking bleak. They were pushing the government to try to shut these people down, and you know, they were trying to get indictments, and that's where you see DJ Drama gets like arrested for doing mixtapes. The labels, and this is record labels, they're always late to the party. In Chicago, we could bring people to slap the fire out of each other, but it's important that I just give that context for these people who, with lack of knowledge of their history, they rewrite themselves to be saints. Okay? Now, if you guys want to watch this, just search up Hot 97 Smackfest. I believe they eventually got sued. And Emma's Communication was always asleep at the wheel, so they never really shut it down. Oh, yeah, here we go. Look.
He's on a rampage, exposing all the old Hot 97 antics that got, I guess, Rosenberg and Ebro in the position they are now.
Hot 97's vicious Smackfest KO'd and New York bans it. State
Yikes, I really didn't remember this.
Officials ordered Hot 97 to stop its controversial Smackfest. By the way, I've never had any law officials order me to stop anything I'm doing, but these are the guys.
Little Smackfest. Bow, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Remember their history because they love bringing up mine.
Ooh.
You know, if I was supposed to talk about them like they incorrectly talk about me, I would say the only reason he's relevant is because he had women and young teens slapping each other at the radio station. That's how he blew up, because we never heard about Ebro before. He wasn't really an online or on-air personality at that point. He was the guy who we didn't even know what he did, because, again, he was kind of in the background a little bit until later on he bulldozed the show. The girl-on-girl contest, which sometimes drew blood, amounts to an illegal boxing match that could lead officials to be charged with a crime, according to the State Athletic Commission. What's more, the commission warned the general manager, as well as the chairman of the parent company, MS Communication, that they're going to face a $10,000 fine if it continues. Half a dozen city members asked the state attorney general, Elias Spitzer, to rule the bouts out of bounds under state law barring unlicensed fights. Okay? This is how them dudes was giving it up. During one of the matches, Hot 97 DJ Ebro intervened to stop the smacking, saying, "We got mouth blood." But he later brought the two women back for more smacking. Exactly. All right. By the way, the tournament of slapping was, oh, you might win 5,000 if you slapped enough people.
It's that kick them while they down shit. You know how we do.
So,
you know how we do. Fresh meat. Fresh meat. Pause. Mano, he ain't want to go too deep into that, guaranteed. Because I mean, he can't move around like he want to move around. He don't want to go too deep into that. He see the fresh meat, Hot 97, Ebro in the morning. Whoop! And they come into YouTube. Hot 97, Ebro in the morning coming to YouTube. So who's competition? DJ Academics. DJ Academics going to be their top op. So this is that old shit we do. Kick them while they down. He just got fired. They probably, Laura just copped the, you know what I mean? Rosenberg just had a baby. They out there living life. Big house chilling. Can out of here. Bye-bye, 97. Bye-bye. We're going to hire some guys that know how to go with the program and understand what we talking about. Y'all ain't doing what we want. So y'all got to go. The contract is up. We're not renewing this contract. You're not making us happy. So they out of here. Ebro, first thing he said, Ebro in the morning on YouTube. Ebro in the morning on YouTube. Academics is on attack. Kick them while they down. Let's go, though.
As they like to memorialize how they claim my platform came to be to its prominence, I need to tell you how their platform and what they've been doing for the last 20 years. Stuck in their ways, pompous and arrogant, gatekeepers, refusing to change, carrying women. Some of these people might have been pregnant, slapped.
He wrote notes. He's reading. Why, when somebody like Mano bring it to you, you don't have this same energy, though? But now look at how much energy you got for the people that got fired. I think, you know how happy he was when he heard they got canned? He's on a rampage just as long.
Each other, fights, blood, none of the things that I've been associated with, but these are the people who now sit up on Twitter and talk like they're angels. Okay. So Rosen Dweeb basically says he's getting fired, and I've done a number on him. Rosen Dweeb had like a wife before. I exposed she was getting donkey fucked by, like, you know.
That boy said Rosen.
You know, she was getting that BBC. He was obsessed with me while she was getting the BBC. And we weren't talking about necessarily the news station at all.
I could see why, you know, I'm starting to recall the little petty smoke that he had with the team. Are we gonna really miss Hot 97, y'all? We gonna really miss Ebro in the morning? Honestly, me, I think I will, because Ebro was outspoken with shit. He wasn't scared of certain stuff. We ain't gonna get that no more. So now they're gonna get somebody that's the machine that's gonna run the way they want them to run. So is this to end the radio? Because we already know the Breakfast Club and Power 106 over there, they in the machine. They gonna do what it do. With Hot 97, we had you had Ebro trying to do different things, put on different artists and do unique stuff for New York. Is Funk Master Flex next? I don't think so. You know why? Because we already know he know how to listen. He's a good boy. That boy a good boy. He gonna sit down and listen. He's a good boy. He gonna listen now.
I hate it to be the bearer of bad news. I've kind of done it a couple times, but it's okay. He broke up with her. I'm sorry for that, Ebro, Rose and Dweeb. I'm pretty sure he hates me for life for that. I thought I did you a favor. Your chick getting the BBC while you're over here researching me. I think I did you a solid to say, bro, focus on your girl. She's getting schlonged down. You know what I mean? She's getting donkey fucked. Anyway, that kind of happened. So I'm gonna spare him today. I've always told you, like, when me and him got into it one day, he sent me this long ass message. I thought he was my bitch. Like, I was like, what the fuck? You know when your girl saying that long ass message? Like, what the hell? You see the dots for days. And you're like, yo, I hope she's not still typing. She sends you the shit. And it was like, yo, I'm not jealous of you academics.
You going hard on Ebro in the morning. You's a bitch because you was not going hard on Mano on them. But hey, it is what it is.
After I was giving them belt ass, I'm not jealous of you. I just think you need to use your voice in a very inappropriate way, in an appropriate way. And you have a lot of, I'm like, man, get off my dick, you fucking bum ass nigga. Yeah. Anyway, but let's get back to Ebro Darden. Now we realize that the show has been subsequently canceled. Actually, no. Let's hear what Rose and Dweeb had to say. Here we go.
Tried to tell you guys for a long time, change was afoot. And change is afoot. But change can be beautiful. So, yeah, there's some changes on the horizon.
I think Ebro's he's a victim of, Rosenberg a victim of Ebro. He was just, trying to be down, basically, and he fell victim to Ebro. That's what I think.
Stay tuned. I tried to tell you guys for a long time.
Now, I hate to, it's not really that personal for me because I feel like I've lapped these.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You really, you're really upset at these guys. Or it's a deflection off the Mano shit. Will we miss Hot 90? Will we miss Ebro in the morning, y'all? I don't know, man. I said I might miss Ebro, man. I don't think we're gonna get nobody talking that stuff. I don't know what y'all think.
Losers a couple times, but it's okay. I'll tell you all the details. Now, when I get to Complex, Joe leaves. I'm running Everyday Struggle. Cooling up there. They bring this loser on, and he's moving like a diva in there. He got wardrobe, he got this. We don't even got that. Nigga, I'm showing up with regular hoodies, whatever. Like, this nigga got all type of shit. On one particular day, they would film after us. I think I've seen him like once or twice in the hallway, but I'm not he's the head of global, or global director.
He's rambling. He's so mad at these guys. I wanted to see something like this at Mano, though. Let's keep going on.
Boss, and they have been telling you you're a fucking worker.
And he still was talking his shit, though. That's why I respect it. Yeah, he's a worker. Everybody knows he's a worker. But I think he pushed it to the line. He pushed it to the limit. He took that job and got messages out. And I'm sure he didn't ask. He just went and said it. He pushed it to the limit. He pushed the line. I respect that.
News flash, buddy. News flash. I remember when I told people, nah, I do fuck with Trump. I rock with Trump this last time around. They wrote all these articles. By the way, we're gonna give another rip bozo to another nigga over at Rolling Stone. He lost his job. He was one of the niggas who ran the shit. He said he's a right wing, blah blah blah. Like I was some extremist because I was like, oh shit. I went down there. I did some shit at Mar-a-Lago, and because I went to Rumble. Rumble gave me $2 million, nigga. The fuck? No, $2 million per year. It's like, all right, y'all want to go? Nigga, I love Rumble. Rumble said his $2 million a year. They had a meeting. This is in his mind. This is how the meeting went down. Everybody come in.
He got to make an example out of these dudes. That's what he got to do. He got to make an example out of these dudes for the next people that get into that high 7 position. He want to make an example out of them. So that way they know you play with act, this might happen to you. You know. And also the deflection from Mano.
We have a few things that's of the utmost importance. We're vying for a casino license. It's only 3 being given out in New York City. Jay-Z just lost his bid. We got to get it. Over at Spotify, I said, all right, thank you, Joe. You show me where the bag is. I'll be over there soon. Nigga, a nigga like me, I'm going to see it quickly, and I'm there. Fest. That's the legacy.
Pop. So,
bro, that joint is mad small. It looked like a prison joint. I gotta say that. I don't know if because your head is big as hell. That joint is small as fuck. They tell me that all the time when I be smoking and stuff. I stopped smoking on the stream, but man, that thing looked like a prison pinner.
yeah. But I told you, listen, if you listen to Ebro in the morning, I told y'all they was hunting.
Every time he says that, it makes me so enraged. He wants
Why are you
credit
enraged?
for predicting his demise, except he's not. He what I would want to know, if you knew this was coming, what were your moves? And what was your plan?
His plan was to do what Star Jones did. Shout to Star Jones. Star Jones, what the fuck? Star from Star and Buck Wild. You know, he got his thing going on. You remember when Star started his YouTube channel? It was called Shop 97. I think he got sued for that or something, and he switched it up. But his YouTube channel was called Shop 97. He got fired from Hot 97, and he was a disgruntled employee. He went to YouTube, and he remains on YouTube. He has a platform now. He gets a certain amount of views. He's not the biggest, but at the same time, that's what he's doing. I think Ebro feels like him and the team probably could put some money behind a good YouTube show and do their thing. I don't know, but I hope they feel like really investing in it. And having some good content, you know, and that's what it is. They get too political sometimes, and it ain't going. It might not work out. They still gotta have fun and do their thing. But what do I know? Shit. But I think that was in his plan. I don't know if they got other plans. I don't even know what type of money they're working with. If they've been investing and saving, waiting for this day. But like he said Ebro in the morning on YouTube. He kept saying that.
Told you they was hunting, and we gonna keep talking shit.
Oh man,
I told y'all they was hunting. Pat Rob, you know.
Damn.
But this shit is about that. So buckle up,
because we're going to get active. Enjoy your holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Hitman says your drinks are the best. I'll get you 15 years later, like procrastination.
Enjoy your holiday.
Diddy. Now,
one thing about Ebro, just like Charlemagne, he went through his fair share of smoke with Hot 97 and with other artists and things like that. He was outspoken. He was the director, though. He had a title over there. I don't think Charlemagne really has a title on the station. Charlemagne built his own self up on his own, but I think Ebro, he thought he was really somebody in there, and that's why a lot of people are happy because they feel like Ebro was being daddy's little, you know what I mean, happy and thinking he's safe and secure with other people, and a lot of people's happy about this situation. I didn't hear 50. Did 50 speak on this? Because I know 50 had problems with him. Kodak had problems with him. Certain rappers, a lot of people had problems with Ebro. He wasn't just a guy that was loved out here. You already know that. To tell you the truth, a guy like 50 who actually has a whole network now, Action 50 and things like that. He got the power to shut some shit down too. Is that why it was going on? Let's play some old shit. Hold up.
Yeah, one female and they don't want one girl. No,
of course.
It's been long. It's been a long time with just one girl. So Nicki's job would probably be to fight that off.
Yeah, she supported Cardi B. She supported Cardi B yesterday. She celebrated Cardi B. We all celebrated Cardi B yesterday. Nicki tweeted in support.
See, this is why we're gonna miss Ebro though. Shit like this.
Another New Yorker, enjoy this moment. There might have been
She's supposed to because I think it's interesting, but I think that would be the competitive nature of our culture. We started off competing. She probably felt like there was a competition for a second and then said, nah, because this is this. You see what I'm saying? Like, what it does is what Cardi does is so amazing for our culture. It means there is no rules. It means nothing. It's Wild Wild West out here.
Yeah.
Because Love and Hip Hop was the graveyard. It means if you saw you on there, it meant you was finished in our culture.
That was part of her ascension, her step up.
Right. Her going
and she left at the right time,
but
too.
coming through that direction, it goes, whoa. So now it won't be the only one. Because the visibility of the show allows it changes the whole perspective of the platform to me. Like as far as Mona Scott, what she's doing with reality television over there.
But she, Cardi B finessed Instagram nicely.
Yeah, she did. Whole culture. The things that she was saying for shock value, it connected the whole culture. And it was entertaining because they're not familiar with people just saying those things. I think when Big was designing Kim, he was designing her.
Yeah.
A lot of times the things in the lyrics were saying, you got to have the money.
All right, man. Shout out to Shig Smooth. We about to check out some Shig Smooth shit because I fuck with Shigs. He be running it down, and he don't really get too much involved in the politics. So I want to see because I think he got a whole overall of the stuff that all the reactions dealing with Ebro. You feel me? So let's check this out real quick.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chick. Listen, Chick Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit, bro.
Yikes. This has to be top 5 worst feelings ever. You get fired and you lose your job 2 weeks before Christmas, and nobody feels bad for you. Nobody's sympathizing with you. As a matter of fact, people actually feel like you deserve it. Now, yesterday, Ebro announced that his show, Ebro in the Morning, was no longer going to be on air. After 13 years on radio, the show is finally over. As of right now, Ebro plans to take the show to YouTube, which is a platform that Ebro has clowned a lot of people for using. Now, it's been a whole 24 hours later, and the overwhelming response from everybody is that they're happy Ebro lost his job. Even you guys, yes, you guys were all being harsh and mean in the comment section of my video yesterday. Somebody said, if we're being honest, this move is like 10 years overdue. Another person said, these dudes killed the NYC hip-hop scene. Somebody else said, Ebro is getting his karma. Now, if you're somebody like Ebro,
why that boy was hated out here, boy.
Bro, you have to know this was coming. Everybody that you hated on, and also everybody that you shitted on, was going to come out with some kind of reaction towards you. Now, let's start off with Drizzy Drake. After Ebro called him a cancer earlier this year,
is not that important. The reason Drake's in this is because
Drake called him a cancer. See, my dumb ass, I ain't even know this. So let's get to the bottom of this. Drake called him a cancer, and then Ebro has some things to say. He's not that great. This dude, let me rewind it. Yo, I fuck with Ebro. He's stupid. He's not that great.
getting his karma. Now, if you're somebody like Ebro, you have to know this was coming. Everybody that you hated on, and also everybody that you shitted on, was going to come out with some kind of reaction towards you. Now, let's start off with Drizzy Drake. After Ebro called him a cancer earlier this year,
is not that important.
Okay, Ebro called him a cancer. Oh, Ebro said it all.
Reason Drake's in
That was a goofy move, Ebro.
this is because he is a sickness in the game. It could have been any artist. It's what Drake represents. We've been saying this for months.
And also has had a lot of negative takes about Drake. Best believe Drake was going to be petty, and he was definitely not going to miss out on an opportunity to clown him. Drake commented the axe emoji on a post that said Ebro and his morning show gets axed, and now he's saying it's because of the right wing. I'm sure Drake was sitting back in his OVO mansion, taking a couple shots while he posted this emoji. Now, speaking of taking shots, one person that was sure enough to take a lot of shots at Ebro was Academics. Academics and Ebro have gone back and forth plenty of times. Academics has long felt like Ebro was gatekeeping him out of the industry. So, of course, when he heard Ebro got fired, best believe Academics...
See, that's where you messed up at, Shiggs, because Academics was mad at Ebro because Ebro dissed Academics. That's the only reason why he was mad. It wasn't nothing about gatekeeping, none of that. He's mad at Ebro because Ebro said some things about him. You know, as to take the Chirac Savages thing, and when Academics was working for Complex, you know, they had words. It wasn't nothing about Academics was mad at Ebro for being this alleged gatekeeper. That's what I want to use now, I guess. But Academics was mad at Ebro because Ebro dissed him. That's the fact.
Fired up his stream and he went in. Here's what he said.
They looked at you like a low-level employee that was basically stealing change out the fucking cash register. Don't act like you like, oh, I'm the only thing standing in the way of them in $500 million. No, they look at you as the little peon who every time they've trained you 50 times on how to stock the shelves and you still fuck it up. You ain't no big boss. They made sure you was not gonna have a Merry Christmas. It's talking like, yo, like the owners was like, yo, all right, everybody have a seat.
And y'all hear how happy Ack is?
Everybody have a seat. We need to raise $1 billion.
That boy happy
this coming year, but we have one thing stopping us. Old man Ebro. Man, fuck out of here. They look at you like the dumb that keeps fucking up the ice cream machine at motherfucking McDonald's. That's what they look at you. I don't know fuck this thing. Every time we get into work, here you.
This media, you too happy about another black man losing his job. This is media still. You too happy about that, though, in my opinion. I know y'all rocking with it, but in my opinion, this dude is happy as hell.
Loses it, it breaks. What is it wrong? Get him out of here. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. They seen y'all bum-ass show that was hemorrhaging money over time. You overpaid this ugly and untalented, but seen y'all and be like, yo, this ain't y'all collecting the check. Y'all collecting the check like it's welfare, bro. Like, they just said enough.
Now, even DJ Vlad came out and made sure he got his licks in on Ebro and his co-host getting fired. Peter Rosenberg and Ebro do not rock with each other. These guys have hated each other for a long time, so of course, hearing that your op lost his job close to Christmas, DJ Vlad could not wait to express his opinion. Vlad went on to dig up one of his old tweets from April this year.
Not Vlad. I'm gonna spare y'all from Chig's accent right now. I fuck with him, but that shit too crazy. He said, "What Vlad? Why is Vlad? Man, I can't. Yo, this dude. For all the up and coming hip hop media outlets, look at Peter Rosenberg for what not to do. These are both fellow. I think they both fellow Jewish guys. Look at Peter Rosenberg. Vlad is Russian and Peter Rosenberg is Jewish. Same dead end, low-paying radio job for 20 years. He wants to stab him in the heart. He wants to hurt him. Vlad is trying to hurt them with this. He's hurting him with this. Guess what? Get what? As my Atlanta homie say, get what? Get what? These motherfuckers is going. They're gonna go to war on YouTube. It's gonna be crazy. Saying dead end, low-paying radio job for 20 years. Never got a promotion. In fact, he got demoted when Ebro took the main position on the Hot 97 morning show. Damn, he's trying to hurt that boy. He don't like him at all. Spent 18 years uploading to his YouTube channel to only have 50K followers. Damn! This is ruthless. Most of the videos he drops get less than 1K views. This shit is getting bad out here. Heated on every new media person. My bad. Hated on every new media person who came in the game. Formed no relationships with any of us. Will ultimately retire broke and bitter. Whoa, Vlad, you vicious for that. You vicious for that. Shout out Shake Smooth, man. He vicious for that, bro. I swear that was some vicious shit. Let's go.
Project. Sean Cotton of Say Cheese, Matt Hoffer, 1090 Jake, myself, and others all get along, do each other's podcast, share business info, and ultimately succeed together. Personally, I like our way better. Now, Joe Button, who's actually pretty close with Ebro, he also spoke out on Ebro getting fired as well. And we got to find out that Ebro actually knew this was going to happen months ago. According to Joe, Ebro knew that upper management was not happy with them.
The game turned super sour. Everybody out here got a job. The job is entertainment. They're talking shit about each other. That's what it is. Everybody getting paid. When you get so happy when the man loses his job, his income, I guess, like I said, it's better than wanting to kill him and do harm to him. But I guess I just don't respect that. I don't know. That's just me. But I don't know their situations. They obviously really hate each other. They really are pissed off in their feelings. Vlad, that message showed that he's in his feelings for Rosenberg. He's in his feelings that every time he had to come to New York, he had to listen to Peter Rosenberg on that radio. Academics in his feelings. These two, we could honestly say that these two are in their feelings but they really hurt. They sad. I mean, they happy now. They was in their feelings. They was hurt. Rosenberg hurt their ass. That's what it's telling me.
With some of their views. Here's what he said.
All right, this pains me, but it's gotta happen, man,
Again? Because you said Ebro did it, Rosenberg followed up and did it. I just think it's something else there. And I think this is designed to get everybody to
it's
think
an odd
it's one way.
announcement while their ratings are up. Their ratings are doing really well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it's an odd announcement at this time. However, we knew that there was an ownership change.
Right.
Ebro, even at my birthday dinner, was alluding to, hey, changes are coming. We know the game. We work here, but we just got to be prepared for when it happens.
But in that instance, would they have removed all of the stuff mentioning the morning show from the website?
Well, yeah, if they plan on coming back with something else, and even if they don't, if they plan on just playing music through it, we can't have.
I know, but like interviews, all that shit, all that stuff is the IP of the station. Like, let's say you want to go look up an interview of the morning show with blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think all that's still there on YouTube.
Oh,
all the content
on
is there.
YouTube.
Yeah. That's
Not
what
on the website.
Most of their stuff lives on YouTube anyway, in
Gotcha.
terms of like
Okay.
the interviews and the podcast part of it, not the live radio portion. But I had just been hearing from people like hot that I had heard rumors that the morning show was on its way out because of the ownership change, and there were a lot of complaints that the ownership change is destroying the legacy
I can believe
of
that.
a lot of these important people. And again, that don't mean that what y'all saying isn't true. I hope they're moving to a new time slot, but I'm really, really disappointed.
I can see it, yo. Everything going into tech.
And when is this effective?
And you might have
Now.
Immediately.
Yeah, they said immediately.
You might have a whole bunch of salary issues.
Yeah.
You know, these people come in and they don't have emotional connection to the team, to the staff, to these people. A lot of time new niggas come in, they just looking at numbers.
You think that's good or bad?
What?
Who gonna take that job though? Who the candidates to get? You feel me? He too rich and he too controversial. He ain't, because I ain't gonna lie, that he came to mind. Joe Budden, too rich, got his own thing going. Ain't nobody gonna take that job, but no names, nobodies. You know what I mean? They need Bullite in that piece. Bullite in the morning. We're gonna do it right. But who gonna take that job? What they gonna do as far as Hot 97 for the morning? Or are they just gonna get a DJ and just do it normal, just play music and chill? Forget all that creating personalities, and because that's too damn. You see what happens. They created Ebro, and he was rebellious to the machine. They didn't like that. So I don't know who really gonna take that job, or it's just we gonna listen to Breakfast Club or the Steve Harvey. What's that other, the old school one type shit? New York is we in a limbo. Hot 97 where hip hop live. Ain't no mornings no more. We gotta see who gonna take that job.
What I'm
to
saying?
not have emotional connection to a team.
You need somebody who's like that, because somebody's got to look at the numbers soberly and not care about the emotional ties.
Yeah, a lot of times.
But sometimes when you have too many of those people,
yeah, then it's bad.
You lose the audience, you lose the soul of the place, and then you lose the people, because it's
just about that.
It's just about dollars and
I
cents,
agree
man.
with
And that's the thing I hate, and this is my least favorite thing about being in media. Is you almost never get to say goodbye to your audience. If this is indeed a goodbye, you don't ever get a proper
farewell
goodbye. I have never. The closest I ever came to a proper goodbye was on Black News Channel, because they told us that our check was going to be late, like that day, and I was like, that probably means we're not coming back. So I got to give a quasi goodbye to my audience, but I couldn't announce it, because what if we came back on Monday? But at least I was able to say I love working with y'all. Just know how much I appreciate y'all. But I've never had an opportunity to say like thank you. You know what I mean? On any show. And most radio hosts, no matter how long you work there, you don't get to say goodbye. I mean, people work the Today Show for 20 years and don't get that.
That's crazy.
It's funny now that you say that. That's my experience too.
Right?
I didn't get to say goodbye on Everyday Struggle. I didn't get to say goodbye on...
Say goodbye. They don't want to say no goodbye. Oh, you mean say goodbye to the people? Yeah. To their fans. Yeah, that's a great point. You're right about that. Shout out to you for that. That was a great point. They didn't get to say goodbye. They got canned. That was ruthless.
Yeah. It's just kind of...
It's just over. It's fucked up.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is.
Ebro has been in Hot 97 since my entire music career.
Wow.
He got 30
Right.
there.
Yeah,
If not 30, close to 30.
Damn. You seen his demeanor when he gave that message after he got fired. He wasn't happy. It looked like he just had to calm himself down to send the message out. It had to be devastating for him. You feel me? He was smoking on camera. He had a little pinner, a little prison pinner. It looked like somebody in the can rolled that up for him, but that's beside the point. He was smoking on camera, something we never seen. He was talking rebellious, and he was hurt. We seen it. The boy been there a long time to be let go like that. Bad. Could it be a lawsuit involved? Could it be something else going on? Could it be deeper than that? That was a what you call it? Hostile release. If you ask me.
My entire career, he's been there from before he was the program director. My Hot 97s thing, Ebro's the OG. So, and be clear, Ebro is set up elsewhere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'll be fine.
Peter Rosenberg is set up elsewhere. Laura,
True
I'm
indeed.
unsure about.
Okay.
I'm not close enough with her to be able to say.
Yeah, salute. I like to hear it. I'm not a hater. These people woke up early in the morning every day doing their job. Whoever I was with growing up, driving early in the morning, we switched. We did Hot 97, and it was only Hot 97 at one point. Let's be real here. It was Hot 97 in the morning. It was Ebro. You feel me? So salute to them for that and the service they put into New York City. That's a fact. We gotta salute that. They definitely put in their work for the city. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody got something to say, but the bottom line is they did their thing for the city, in my opinion.
Most of them should be fine, whether they have a show on Hot 97 or not. I'm interested to see the direction that Hot goes in the morning, because the morning show is a very important drive.
And that's why I think it's something else here, yo. Like, again, it ain't just them three on that show in the morning. I listen to them. It's
about 6 people.
Yeah, it's about 6 people. It could just be a shakeup in that sense. Well, this show as it is.
My man Shawnee works on that show. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Shawnee, man. Good people over there.
Yeah, facts.
Good people over there and a good show. It is a sad day. But again, this ain't the last of it.
Yeah,
keep saying it. This ain't the last of it. We're gonna be doing this for a while. Ebro P, I love y'all, man.
Let's see how this all plays.
I like how he's showing class. You start getting a certain amount of money, you need to start showing some class. Academics crazy ass. Academics, he know his market. He doing it for the YNs, but he doing too much on this topic. I ain't gonna hold you, because this is very close to New Yorkers. This topic
is out next year, you guys. I think this situation definitely humbled Ebro a little bit. You get to come down on your high horse just a little bit and realize.
Chicks, I ain't rocking with that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't even know if you're from New York. I respect your channel, but I don't know if you're from New York, Chiggs. I doubt that you're from New York. You don't understand nothing. You're listening to the most popular people, and you speaking on it. Are we gonna miss Ebro in the morning? Rosenberg, he was funny. I ain't gonna lie. He was witty. He was quick. Laura Styles, she represented that Latina, that Latina flair. She was cool, played the cut, spoke when spoken to. She wasn't too crazy with it out. She just played the cut, which was cool. Ebro was outgoing. Ebro stirred things up. He stirred up the pot. Is that something we needed? You got the Breakfast Club. You got Charlemagne. Charlemagne, to get in the game, he was ruthless, disrespectful, violating people, talking crazy. But once he got in position, that stopped, I feel like he's really under a big machine. You're not going to get no rebellious talk from Ebro. You're not going to get any type of fight the power talk from not Ebro, I'm sorry, from Charlemagne. You're not going to get none of that. He's getting that bag. He's getting that money. He's under them people. He want his job to last. He not playing. But that's my whole point to the situation, It's like y'all all, a lot of New Yorkers claim, well, the census on the internet is New York is happy that Ebro is gone, and Ebro in the morning is over with. I don't think that's true. This video here was put up a year ago by Hip Hop Chronicles. 8 guests who schooled Hot 97's Ebro in the morning. Is this a part of why everybody's like on some fuck Ebro shit? I don't know, but let's watch this. Let's see. Shit. It's your boy Bush. You already know how.
Morning is known for its hard-hitting questions and the heat it can bring on the air. But occasionally, guests come prepared to flip the script, putting the host themselves under the spotlight. In this video, we'll highlight 8 unforgettable moments when guests on the Ebro in the Morning show didn't just respond to the heat, they turned it up, checking the hosts with wit and wisdom. Grab some popcorn, cause this one is gonna be good. Let's roll the clips. Big Sean.
Shout out Hip Hop Chronicles, but it sounds like he already he's a little biased, but it don't matter. This is his platform. He can do whatever the fuck he want with it. But I'm interested in this. I like this this topic. Let's go.
On this episode of the Ebro in the Morning show, let's just say things got real. Ebro was always ready to stir the pot and dove right into the juicy stuff. First question.
So appropriate, or maybe you're fine with it. Ariana Grande, right on Twitter today.
What? It's Grande, right?
Ah! Y'all ain't gonna miss that. Who gonna take the place? Who gonna do this? Let's go. A lot of people don't like it. They like, you should just be quiet and just ask normal questions and be a good boy. Fuck all that.
Sorry. Sorry, Grande. Well, she's small. She's not Grande.
He's so stupid.
Wow.
She's crazy. Shout out to Ariana Grande because I did some work with her too. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Ariana Grande.
The happiest,
Yes,
the
thank
happiest
you.
time of your life or her life right now is when she's cuddled up next to Big Sean.
I don't know if that's what she said, but something along
Fam,
those
it's
lines.
on. That was the quote.
What's wrong with him getting all sensitive? She said that. There's a quote that she said. I don't see how this is bad. What is Ebro doing? He making a moment. This shit is good radio. This shit is great.
I don't think that. I think you messing that up a little bit, but
You think he's making this up?
I don't think that's what she said.
It's not really a bad thing, though.
But yeah,
Sean.
everything's good though. Everything's great.
Super happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long y'all been together now?
A little while.
Those numbers, right?
That's for me. That's for me to know. For you to find out.
Yo, guys always mess up the numbers, right? Laura Styles, whether it's 6 months,
No.
5.
I know exactly.
Why so secretive though? I mean, it's kind of a public relationship. Do you hold that back because that's kind of like y'all thing?
Man, I mean, it's just none of
It's none of our
between me and
business.
her, yeah.
Say what it is. You can
Yes, okay. Or do you think because the last one was so public that you're like, maybe I should just reserve this one and keep some stuff to myself?
No, I just, we just do what we want to do.
I like it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I like it. The last thing Laura Styles brought up, the "I Don't Fuck With You" song is definitely about Naya Rivera.
Man, a lot of people think that, and it really makes total sense that it would be.
Come on, man.
All right,
man. But what I'm saying is,
Sean, to the video.
To the video.
The girl in the video look like her.
No, because
See, if my channel is where it's going, it'll be there soon. I'll be asking the people, what's so wrong about what Ebro's doing right now? Is it wrong? Or am I tripping? This radio. He wasn't he wasn't presented with no stipulations for the interview. You can't ask him this, you can't ask him that. So he's a media person and he asking the questions. What is he doing wrong? That's what I want to know.
Didn't Naya's brother play for the Raiders?
Yeah,
right?
oh yes. And the football thing.
The whole football, the theme. No, actually, the girl didn't really look like her.
Oh, because he's not trying to be the artist's friend. His fans are mad at him for getting at him like that, I guess. I don't know.
I'm tripping.
No, girl didn't look like her. But
The
the whole
video.
football theme is what we called. Remember?
The football theme was just something fun. We was just like, what can we do in a rap
play
video?
football, though.
Who cares, man? So does.
And how about this? The last verse.
People play football.
And that last verse on the song as well. It sounded like it was definitely about her.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, man.
Ebro in the morning, Hot 97. I love this shit, man. Ebro was, man. You ain't gonna find another talent like that in this radio situation. And I swear he is one of my inspirations as far as the media. He's one of my inspirations. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a fact. I ain't lying.
I did this song back in February. I vividly remember listening to the song with her, being like, "What you think?" She like,
so it was already made.
So what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, I went back and changed a couple lines, literally a couple.
Okay.
And I did that just because, man, I'm an artist. If I don't rap about what I'm going through, then that's not authentic.
Of
I
course.
ain't about to be spitting no not true shit. So
Yeah, of course.
But I can say that song ain't no diss song. It ain't no out of no bitters.
The vibe was charged from the jump with Ebro.
Hip Hop Chronicles, I respect what you're doing. I love it. But please, you trying to say he got schooled. Little Big Sean just schooled him? Y'all call that school? Big Sean just schooled him with that? Man, that was just a media savvy, rich rapper who knew how to curb the question. But y'all gonna take it away from Ebro for being the one the sacrifice that asked that went on and asked the question and got to the bottom of this? Because everybody was already speculating. If you ain't got nobody like this in media, then what the fuck is going on? You need somebody that's gonna ask the questions that everybody is thinking. You don't need no fake person that want to be every artist's friend.
Firing off those deep personal questions. But Big Sean, who's not one for small talk, especially about his private life, wasn't feeling the interrogation.
I used to have to waste time getting up, taking a shower, getting ready for the studio, then getting to the studio, maybe not being in the vibe. So you got to get into the vibe. By then it's damn near time to go if you're not feeling it. You know what I mean? As opposed to in your crib, it's like you wake up. I wake up in the middle of the night.
Ariana Grande laying right there, looking beautiful.
I feel like Big Sean, one of them artists that got that, he got put on from Kanye West. He did some G shit. He approached Kanye West and impressed him. Salute to Big Sean for that. Salute to Big Sean for that. Because he impressed him off of him. He showed Kanye him and got signed, and now the rest is history. But this dude is playing the real artist role as he should. He's a star. He playing it safe.
No, I'm just saying, I'm painting a picture.
Gotta come back. Let me finish talking about the music, man.
I'm just saying, could y'all imagine,
So it's easier to vibe. It's easier.
I don't think Sean was mad at Ebro. Sean knew Sean know about Ebro.
Out, and I think it really shows. And I've been getting better, man. Just not that only as an artist, as a person. I feel like I've seen my personal.
You really don't like talking about Ariana though. I see it in your face. Like you tightened up a little bit.
No, I love talking about Ariana, but it's just that's not why I'm here, man.
I'm just saying it's a big deal. Your relationship, you're with a superstar, man. Come on, you gonna have to own that, man.
Man, I own it, but it is what it is.
But we have a nice balance. We have a nice balance so
You think
far.
he's mad at me?
No, but you just gotta keep. I ain't sitting up here talking to you about your relationship.
You could though.
You
could. I talk about it on the radio all the time.
Straight up.
The mother. I just had a daughter, man.
Really I talk about my relationship on the radio.
Or we talk about your relationship for you.
Yeah, but everything's good though.
All right,
Everything's
we're
great.
happy for you. I don't want you to be mad at me. I like you, Big Sean.
I can say what I can say is that I'm happy. She bring out the best in me. I feel like that's it.
Okay. But wait, I'm not done being awkward.
Go.
What's up? What up, though? This guy's awkward. A while ago.
Yo, every time Big Sean comes by, right? I think last time you was here got awkward too. We was talking about your last situation. You was like, yo, B, stop talking about my situations, man.
Yeah, man, stop talking about my fucking
50 Cent. After a decade-long absence, 50 Cent swaggered back into the Hot 97 studios to catch up with the Ebro in the Morning Show team. The interview was to dive into 50's new venture, his BET show, 50 Central, and chop it up about the evolution of hip-hop. But things took a sharp turn when the topic shifted to Jay-Z's 444 album, and the group started talking about why Hov dropped a bar about Future. Ebro boldly brought up some comments about who killed NY hip-hop. 50 Cent is never gonna...
Ebro is the motherfucker that be bringing up the shit that stir up the pot. Y'all ain't gonna miss that? I guess not. Y'all just, everybody was hating. They did. There's a lot of undercover hate out here we see. But somebody was listening to that morning show, Ebro in the morning. It wasn't like there was a flop. Certain skits was whack that we got sick of, the ride or die, all that type of stuff. Because it's like if you're in New York, you know about ride or die. So it becomes played out. They had to update the skits, the gurus. That shit was whack. All that stuff was whack. But when Ebro started talking this shit, that wasn't whack. Ebro shit was good. I swear.
Your relationship.
Yeah.
For you.
And chop it up about the evolution of hip hop. But things took a sharp turn when the topic shifted to Jay-Z's 444 album, and the group started talking about why Hov dropped a bar about Future. Ebro boldly brought up some comments about who killed NY hip hop. 50 Cent is never gonna miss a chance to get into it with someone, and was quick to school Ebro the culture and the streets of New York.
These platforms are smart. They got to go with the most popular opinion. And I get it. That's why, it's going to be a struggle for me. But, yeah, I'm monetized now, and I ain't seeing no real bread off of this thing. But I still got to keep it 1,000. So if I got to go do reviews on food and other things, then I'm going to have to do that because I'm not going to be fake on here. I fuck with Hip Hop Chronicles. I ain't going to hold you. But it seemed like they sticking to the popular opinion. And I don't blame them for that. But he said 50 schooled him. They saying 8 guess who schooled Hot 97's Ebro. Let's hear how 50 schooled him, and I'm gonna see if it's a school or not.
Consumed by young people.
No,
Like if they don't like it,
it doesn't need to do. That's where you were wrong. Need.
He doesn't need it.
It doesn't need to do anything. It's something additional, and it's for him to get back into his own. You think that goes away? Like it doesn't go away. The competitive part of the line that he said with the Future line. Why did he say that?
Well, put money to the ear. We don't call that money.
How your son playing?
No, the other one, your Future.
Oh,
Your son playing football with your stepdad in the future, or whatever.
Yeah.
That was.
Why?
I think it was a learning moment.
No,
about
it's
being
just
a parent.
hip-hop. It's a line. It's a line, and I would have passed on the line.
It was a parental
There was
learning
no
moment.
reason. There was no reason to do that.
Well,
That's true.
So what was the reason?
It's just the competitive side of hip hop.
To be in right now.
Is 50 saying? Is 50 really saying there was no reason to do that? Is he really the one telling us when what's out of bounds? 50, the most disrespectful rapper that's out, who got a whole network, 50 Action Network on TV, got a whole production studio he building down there, big dog, smell me, but he still remains to be very controversial. Y'all seen the y'all know what's up right now, but let's keep it going though.
He threw the shot just to throw the shot because he's going wait. They're gonna respond to this.
It's trolling,
right? It's like, look, you don't really want to say what it is because of how they perceive Jay. He wants to.
Who, is this me? No, it's trolling. It's trolling.
You know what's crazy? How 50 using Rosenberg and Laura Styles to push his agenda out and get them to laugh. Look at them, get them agree. Because you're the big popular rich rapper. Of course they're gonna fuck with you. And that's what happens. People use their star status to get their point across, and that's what we're seeing here now with the Ebro situation. Ebro just doing his job.
Could someone please bring us plastic Grey Poupon? Where's the caviar? Like, you want to tell us exactly, man, what you see in that face, man. You know what it is.
These are the people that he's talking about with the caviar and the Grey Poupon. He's one of those people now, but he's able to separate himself with the fly talking, the disrespect, and the violating, and the things like that. So now it's like, yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with the people. Capery.
Don't blame me for New York City hip hop.
It is your fault.
He was the program director.
No,
he did not play that music.
No, I supported
this is who
you.
they should be looking
I supported you.
That's
It's your fault. And then you threatened to have me beat up, and I was like, so what? What it is, you?
Because I'm like, look,
he got blamed because a lot of whack shit was coming out. He wasn't playing it. If it's whack shit, he don't gotta play the shit. Sorry.
Mess it up and just say I did.
I know you played a party, bro. That's what he's saying.
That's what he did.
He's full of shit.
Look, the program that all of the artists that made records during that time span, you mean to tell me they didn't play because my records were good?
No, a lot of them.
They didn't play. There was actually a lot.
This check goes back to a prior interview when G-Unit was on the show a few years before. 50 didn't hold his tongue back then either.
She picks pieces of.
Why did you troll?
Oh, this shit go back. It's crazy. Now you realize these artists blame Ebro. Huh? Since when a hot artist can't blow up? You blame this man? You blame radio? Radio been there for a long, long time. Artists ain't been blowing up off of radio for a long time now. Artists been blowing up on their own. 50 Cent is a perfect example. He blew up in the streets. So now later when you doing your thing and you're trying to put out music and the shit ain't hitting right, you blame Ebro for not playing it. I see what's happening. It's slick. It's a slick one. He the sacrifice. He's suffering the consequences.
Empire so hard. Why'd you go after them and say that they was?
Call me a troll.
Because you
Why do I have a relationship with you? Why am I your friend when I see you?
Yo,
after
you my people. We've been through wars together.
Yeah, but
I should be able to talk to you like a regular
guys said
person.
I ruined New York City.
You did.
Oh yeah, that's messed up. Why am I smiling at him?
I do remember that.
You ruined New York City hip hop. You went after everybody.
Look, you
tore it down. You tore
he
it down.
was the program director during that period.
It was a great
no
time.
new artists came out of the city.
It was a great.
He's saying that because we had hits. We had major hits, Ja Rule, big hits worldwide. You feel me? And everybody Ja Rule was associated with. We got you coming. The streets loved you, but you didn't come from radio. So that goes against everything you're saying right now. The streets love you. You came from the streets. You dropped the mixtapes. You took over the streets. Got signed with Eminem. Eminem had that bag to make sure that the radio played you. But you came from the streets, Fitty. I'm just making the point that Ebro don't control what the fuck comes out of New York and what's hot. If you hot, you hot. If you not, you not. These artists that got signed and whatever else, looking for love from the radio, and they shit wasn't hitting, and they blamed it on Ebro. I'm sorry, man. New York had a lot of artists their shit wasn't hitting. Let's be honest here. And I'm a New York rapper. But let me keep going. I want to hear 50's.
He said it was a great time. Exactly his fault. He passed the buck to me.
It's his fault.
He was running radio.
Well,
that brother used to stay across the street. Because
He was running radio. Program director of Hot 97. You had Power 106. You had the WBLS that played hip hop. You had that other old school one. If your shit was hot, why wasn't it playing on those stations too, though?
Came here with that energy, like man, he walked in like this. He said, He's still being the program director. He come to me, he goes,
He's making a point, but you could tell he making it a joke, but you could tell he angry. He's making it a joke so it'd be accepted for the people and then everybody agree with it. But you can tell he really angry and he really believe that too. He really believe that when he really shouldn't, because 50, you came from the streets. You came from the streets, the mixtapes, putting out music. You wasn't dependent on the radio. The radio didn't make G-Unit. Everybody know that.
Else, hey, what's up, man? Let me hear that new joint you got. Me? Hey, what happened with the marketing dollar?
Fast forward back again, the two still weren't done going back and forth with each other.
But you said the New York City hip hop died. I didn't shoot it.
No,
you
no.
did it.
No,
because
you pulled
nobody
it apart.
else
You pulled it apart. You had everybody beefing with you. Anybody did a record with Joe or Ja was beefing with you.
He
listen,
stretching now.
You pulled it apart. At a time when we could have had unity and everybody came, the marquee
No, we could
artists,
not.
not the new artists, the marquee artists
Hey, look, you know
did
what?
not want to work
Check
together.
this out. Listen, look. We could not have had unity at that point. See, because we have real issues going on. Things are different in that time span. So what happens is, because Ja and them was successful first, people had already developed their relationships and had their look. Angie, I would watch her when we interview, and she would be uncomfortable.
Angie Martinez.
We played Monopoly together and stuff like that. I knew all of it. Do you understand? Like, I look and I'm like, I like Angie. She never did nothing to me in my career, but I know that they have the relationship, and I'm going, it was cool. Every time we spoke, I look and go,
And she loves Jay-Z. She loves Jay. Cause
Yeah, but you and Jay never.
her taste in music.
But why you keep bringing up Hope? Why you keep bringing up Hope?
I'm bringing up
You and Hope never
that
really
just-
had a
no,
thing.
we don't have it.
See, that's a real question,
That's
though.
because of Angie.
Y'all rapped
I'm
about
telling you,
sneakers
she-
together. That
she
was a
loved-
great
She had
time.
a relationship with Ja, and she had a relationship with Jay-Z. That I can visibly see that he was her favorite, like favorite rap artist.
The nigga keep bringing up rules.
You know what I mean? So she liked that, and it was like, okay, cool. It's a style. It's a different thing.
Yeah, but
like,
50,
if go-
you like to operate from a place of everybody having problems with you.
No,
Even
no,
when
I
you
don't
came in this
mind.
building, even when you came in this building, you was like, this feels uncomfortable because I like being banned from somewhere.
Oh my God.
That's the funk flex. It's a very funk
It's
flex
a very
quality.
flex, like I need an
Yeah,
enemy.
like me against the
Yeah.
world.
Everybody rooted for you, bro. You
You
can
know
try to
it
spin
does-
it how you want.
No.
Everybody rooted for
It
you.
does.
Still do.
They took that sneak diss to Flex when they are working with Funk Flex, and he's a teammate on Hot 97. So did Flex get their ass canned? When you talking so freely like that, you don't know where the ops is coming from.
It does provide a focus when you have that many people on the outskirts of it. Like if you don't have it in business, if you don't have competitors creative, your competition, you don't have to notify them. Pick somebody that's good in the field that you're in and make that your competitor. Like who's in your slot? That's the competitor.
Lil Uzi Vert. Ebro threw down a prediction back in 2016 that had everyone buzzing. He told a young, rising Uzi that while he might be hitting it big at the time, his career in the rap game might not last long.
But as I've seen with all you little young motherfuckers that think you nice.
Yeah.
He is pretty nice.
You nice.
Yeah, I'm good.
Y'all get to like 27, 28,
Mhm.
and y'all get to struggling, and y'all be trying to come
I'll
back
tell
and
you
find
what.
that sound.
Early on in the interview, you could tell Ebro was going to be on him about his age and knowledge of hip-hop. He even tried to throw a curveball at Uzi with the song selection they were going to have him freestyle over.
You really think he was attacking him to try to make a fool out of him, or he was trying to show the people like Uzi a real hip-hop baby and show the people, and this didn't hurt Uzi, this helped Uzi? See, that's where we getting it fucked up. Because we all know Hot 97 played Uzi all day long. Cold fact of life.
Enjoy the music part still.
Of course.
Love that, but the game part, the press, and all that stuff is not as comfortable.
Whack.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But you know you have to do it. People want to know about you. You slowly become somebody's favorite artist.
Ebro.
They're interested in who, you know, what you're about.
Sorry, I was
Say it
bringing
again.
up
He had
Premier
me
Beats.
lost.
I was
He
bringing up
always
Premier
does that.
Beats. I was bringing up Mass Appeal, DJ.
And at this point, I was like, I don't know about this little nigga. Because he had the little movements with the shoulders and things like that. He definitely was spitting. And I fuck with it, the bars and the artistry of the music, but I was just nervous about him at this point. But Hot 97, you know, gave him that interview. Ebro gave him the test. When I seen him answer them questions and he did his thing, that made me more of a fan of him. So Ebro actually helped him, in my opinion.
Work beats for him.
Oh, he making me rap on that.
What you want to rap on?
You know how I rap.
Yeah, why you can't ever say that about a premiere beat though. You're like, you making me rap on that.
I don't
Like,
care.
trash.
But see,
I
I
don't
do
care.
that. I do that to your young cats. To see
Hey, shout out Rosenberg. Rosenberg defended that premiere. Rosenberg spoke up. Rosenberg ain't no yes. He spoke up.
y'all really
Hey,
built
you
up.
heard me? I'm
saying,
I'm
shit, you
too
really built.
young.
Y'all,
Uzi, this is a business. Uzi, this is a business. Uzi know this is a business. He's appealing to the YNs. So the more he diss that shit, the better for his business. It's a business. I guarantee Uzi know about what it is. Uzi know that shit. I just think he does. I think he do. But that's me. But it's a business. He on camera. He know what's going on. Boy, I know what the fuck going on.
Hey, let Lil Uzi put a song out with drums right now.
What do you mean with drum? You don't use drums?
Just, I mean, yeah, but it's 808s.
That's it.
because they're all 808 and hard.
Uzi there to appeal to the YNs. He out there to appeal to y'all old motherfuckers.
This is why you want to know that there's a huge disconnect between the adults and kids of hip hop. The album that most adults, not me, but the album that most adults said, this shit sucks. I don't ever want to hear this from Kanye West again. The kids were all like, this is finally the Kanye West I was waiting for. Boom, hip hop divides, old and young.
So you gonna get to these bars?
If you pull up, I'm telling you right now, if you pull out one of them old beats, I'm not rapping on it. Straight up. You see me, bro? I am a rock star, bro. I'm not rapping on it.
He's basically saying it's a different genre. I don't disagree with him. It's a different genre. It's a different genre. And what Ebro is saying is, if you're coming into this rap game, you should know about the original. If you're coming in here, I don't disagree with that either. Because in the real rock stars, they know the real OG rock stars. So why can't we treat hip hop like that? I don't know. You feel me?
That type stuff.
We'll decide.
Let me hear it, and I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know.
He's at least being honest.
Yeah, my fans, my fans won't be disappointed. They get it.
No, they will.
No, they won't.
I hope I piss your friends
Your
off.
fans gonna be disappointed. All the old guys.
They don't give a
they don't even know why I'm on here right now.
What they'll be disappointed is if you get up here and these bars you spit is trash, and I don't tell you they trash. So let's get to these raps since you're so nice.
Running through all of these groupies. Yeah. I might just put my right in their coochie. Like, yeah, I feel like Boozy with all of this coochie. All of these diamonds and diamonds. Yeah. All of these diamonds, they dance. Yeah. Feel like they're
He's just freestyle. He don't care.
Got you on my yeah. I might just whip it. Yeah. I might just
this nigga, he not trying to impress. He's not trying to impress Ebro at all. I fuck with that.
Got me a new AK, so I might just have to be the case. Got your all in my face. Yeah, go yard, that's all on my case. That be the brief. Okay, I keep it so brief. Yeah, I might just get on the tee. Yeah, I do not need that low. I'm young, so I might on the niece. Like, yeah, I do not care about that. I might not care about that. I got money. Yeah, I just made that shit. Yeah, my little, black, like, yeah, my little so black, I like get it. I feel like Trick. That be the daddy. Got my dick and she wanted. I might drop what I do it. Drop my caddy. Like, yeah, tell the little in my pocket so fat. I do not have to just act. I do not have to just turn. Got your girl on me. I feel like I'm making, I don't know, man. This is
I mean, I respect the
cool.
fact you fell off at the end.
Yeah. Put another beat on. Shit.
Nah, because all I got is old man beats and you're not built for
Hey,
that.
listen. It's gonna be a lot of young guys coming up here and they ain't gonna want to rap on that. I'm trying to.
Damn.
I ain't gonna.
He's just being honest with you though, Ebro. But Ebro think he's holding it for the old niggas, which I think he was, because a lot of us old niggas like that. We is all like, ha ha ha. But the old niggas gonna fade out, stop listening to radio, and eventually it's gonna wash away. That's why it's important to keep a connection with the young ones, though.
Don't struggle, bro.
All right, we're gonna see.
We gonna see. Oh, you gonna learn.
And guess what? I'm gonna be here.
Yeah. It's gonna be totally different too. Like I'm gonna be all the way a rock star about it.
Then came the moment of truth. Uzi's album, Eternal Take, and its deluxe version both rocketed to the #1 spot on the charts, proving his rock star power wasn't just a flash in the pan. Ebro stepped up and admitted he'd been off the mark with his earlier predictions. But even when admitting his wrong, it didn't stop Uzi's fans from coming at him. Uzi posted this on his socials and let everyone know it's not Ebro's fault. He's old.
So check this out. Y'all ain't got no OG because y'all OGs yourself. Y'all old as and y'all keep lying. Tell me all that money, where's that? And y'all need to keep lying. Tell me all these hits, where they at?
You all right. Ebro too, stop saying that. He just old. He ain't know no better. He old. He ain't know no better. He ain't know no better. I ain't know no better back then. Only thing I knew is they was
Astro, aka Stro. When Stro hit up the Ebro in the morning show, he brought more than just his tracks. He brought the heat. The interview kicked off chill, with Stro pushing for more radio love for artists like himself. But Ebro couldn't resist poking at the rapper's music and brought it back to an age versus talent situation again. He tried to make homie look small because he only been rapping for 5 years and was 18 at the time. Ebro said that he needs to put in more work before he can come into the radio space.
Ebro messed up going against the any youngin because they got the internet on lock, on smash. He became an enemy of the internet once he started dissing them young boys out here. You know, I wouldn't say it's dissing, but he was, because he called himself Old Man Ebro. He's just trying to teach, I think, in my opinion. But a lot of people took that as hate. They took it as this old man don't know what he's talking about. He wilding. And he was wilding to a certain extent because he should have known better. If an artist made it to Hot 97, a young artist, you can't look at them on face value. You gotta pause, dig deeper than that. You gotta see what's going on. Really, why is he there? How did he make it there? You're gonna look at him, how he look, how he talking, his little shoulder movements, whatever, and take that on some. That's an old man thing to do. One thing the youth teach is don't judge a book by the cover. That's something my son taught me. He didn't teach me it, but he helped me with that. You don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with that situation. Ebro made that mistake a lot. You know, we can't lie about that. We cannot lie about that. But I do still appreciate Ebro's his stance on certain things, and I like how he always went against the grain. I think he always was, you know, exposing shit. He's with the conspiracies, you know, all that type of shit. He questioned everything. Yeah, so I am gonna miss Ebro in the morning at Hot 97. Me, like I said, personally. Hopefully Hot 97 stays where hip hop lives and they don't switch up. Remember that episode of Martin where a country guy came in and took over Martin's station, and he had to do the country shit. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going on? Because we got one hip hop station. Maybe, you know, this hip hop shit ain't really popping no more. I listen to the radio, it's R&B. It's a lot of R&B going on. Hip hop might not be like it ain't the same. It's not like how it was back in the good old days. Hip hop is different. But anyway, next topic before we get the hell out of here. 50 still on a rampage, a secret baby. Here go another example of somebody in their feelings. 50 heavy in his feelings with this Diddy shit, man. The same situation, kick them while they down. That's what they do. Damn, you see this thing shaking and stuff? Hold up. 1 second. Let's check this out. The Diddy secret baby. Look at this AI picture.
So that it lands. 50 Cent just mentioned that upper elite insider said to him, Diddy is about to lose everything.
The Lionel B show. Shout out to that, but this ain't what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for something else. The alleged secret baby, y'all. Y'all heard about it. What does it matter? I don't know, because a dude like 50 probably got a lot of secret babies. Let's be real. He probably got a couple secret babies. But that's the latest thing. So let's see what the hell's going on. You see 50 Cent doing big things in the industry. In order to continue doing it, he gotta totally crush Diddy before he get out, to make sure this boy got no type of influence on his, you know, on what he got going on. Because you know Diddy still got major friends out there. Where's the one about his oh, that's not it. A dude like 50 got very he got a lot to protect, basically, what I'm trying to say. He thought it was a wrap for Diddy. He thought Diddy was done. He'd never getting out. But hey, now we find out Diddy gonna be out, and actually he might be out. I think he's gonna be out before what they saying. He's, you know, They saying he got this. I think he gonna be out way before that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Get to this shit, man. The secret baby. What's so secret about it? Hold on, let me pull this up, man. I gotta do this for y'all real quick because I want to know the details too. Exclusive. 50 Cent ruthlessly pursues millions. Oh, that's something else. Hold up. 50 stay in the thing. Hey, look, he when you got money from them lawyers, you gonna sick them lawyers on whatever you want. He's sicking them on his baby mama. He pursuing millions off of her. Wow. I hope she got a job. But I want to hear about the secret baby. I'm just interested in this. I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all probably even know about it. They said the boy is going. He got a whole vendetta. And it ain't going to stop no time soon. New footage coming out. Shit. A bunch of footage that ain't been seen on a documentary at that. It's all coming to light. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. Diddy's secret child with Tupac's former girlfriend. If you watch the documentary, you know, they said that Diddy had a real issue with Tupac, jealousy and things like that. But let's get into this. 50 Cent exposes Diddy's secret child with Tupac's former girlfriend. There's no alleged there. They just said Tupac. They said he got a child with Tupac's girlfriend. There's no alleged or nothing. So basically, 50 Cent revealed Diddy allegedly fathered, they're going to allege, but not in the title. 50 Cent revealed Diddy allegedly fathered a secret child with a woman who dated Tupac. Oh. But the claim don't make his documentary. How many times you heard these rappers and these artists say you see the same hoes wherever you go? I'm not calling her a hoe, but I'm sure most of these artists in the entertainment industry, they share girls. We know that. 50 Cent dropped a bombshell allegation about Diddy during his appearance on Sherry Shepherd's show. The rapper filmmaker claimed Diddy secretly fathered a child with a woman who previously dated Tupac. The explosive claim didn't make it into 50 Cent's documentary. 50 Cent explained why during the interview. It's a quote. He said, well, everything couldn't make it. It's only 4 episodes, he said. So it was a lot, and you had to pick and choose things. That's something that I would have definitely chose if I was him. I would think, you know what I mean? But I guess not. Maybe he don't believe it all the way. Why you ain't put that in there? Even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone he has a baby by, a woman that was dating Tupac. 50 Cent didn't identify the alleged mother. I don't know about that. I would say like how maybe it was just a girl that was on the scene that dated Tupac and Diddy liked her too. Who knows? But anyway, another Bull Light reaction video. You know, the topics that we put up in there, we covered them things, y'all. What you want from me? The people that's in their feelings, that's what they are. 50 Cent's in his feelings. DJ Academics in his feelings. They got personal vendettas. It's not the same. It's not media no more. It's them taking their insecurities and their little beefs, bringing it to the internet and trying to turn the world against somebody and spin their narrative. I get it. It's a diabolical way to fight, though. But is it worse than going to the streets and doing it that way? I don't think so. You know, we got to face the times and see what's going on nowadays. You know, rest in peace, everybody we talked to in Philly and all that messed up situation. Something we gotta focus on, bring awareness to. The hitmen, alleged hitmen and killers are getting younger and younger every day. It's a sad situation too. But when it comes to this media, I don't really want to be one of those ones that get in my feelings and have a personal vendetta and can't wait till somebody go down so I can run up and kick them and stomp on them and things like that. I like to fight people when they up. I don't like to fight people when they down on their knees, but that's just me, you know. Shit. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. You know, we're gonna get better and better. Like I said, we building, we doing things behind the scene. See that shake? We doing things behind the scene. It's your boy Bush, Bullite Network. We in tune perspective all day. The cheat challenge, you know what I mean? It's a wobbler. B Rad, the whole team. Shout out to everybody. We still here though. That was another great reaction video. Like I said, the story is still the same. My message is different from the headline. My message is a lot of these dudes is in their feelings. They acting like healers, as we say. Straight healers. We don't like that. Be a man. Stop acting like a healer. You know what I mean? Hey, 50 gonna fight his battles the way he gonna fight his battles. You can't tell a man that been shot 9 times and they tried to murder him. You can't really tell him how to act. But I hope, like I said, his slate is clean because we about to see a lot in the future. It's a new game. You know what? Before I go, we ain't even talk about this whole shit with Ja Rule. Was like, fuck it. You want to do documentaries? Let's get into documentaries. There's a lot of allegations against 50, you know, that don't go along with the whole gangster type of image. You know, there's allegations about different things. There's allegations. Y'all really want to get into this documentary thing where we do documentaries on each other? I do. The fans do. Fuck it, let's go. Let me react to this before I get out of here, y'all. Ja Rule said he's gonna do the damn thing.
Y'all gotta go check it out. Okay. First and foremost, he continued to poke some fun at Ja Rule, right? And him and Ja been going back and forth. Remember, I read this whole thing by Ja, and I said, "Yo, this sounds like Ja Rule had a lawyer sitting next to him because Ja is looking like he ain't trying to get sued." And of course, I was right. You know what I mean? Come on. Of course, I was right. The wording. He even was so liberal with explaining at times, even though it seems like that 50 was never officially charged. And that is language of someone who has an editor who is trying to make sure they're not defaming someone, because in how it's written, it was written in a way to say, hey, listen, you know, we're just spitting the facts and we're saying things not only to drive a narrative that this guy's a bad person, but we're also saying things as well that could be in their favor. Anyway, I think he deleted that post anyway. Regardless, 50 posted this video kind of getting at Ja Rule. Now, remember, Ja Rule said he was going to do his own documentary. I think I talked about that yesterday. He said he was going to do his own documentary on 50. And, you know, there's a silent, I want to say, majority, because I keep telling you, I'm talking to these rappers and these people who are celebrities behind the scenes. They don't hate Diddy like that. After all the details came out with his trial, I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep saying, if Diddy comes out and does the gunner, they will accept him. But if he comes out and he's wilding, he's still trying to have 5 of his bitches on a yacht, he's on the Breakfast Club talking about he's trying to get with the next 25-year-old chick, talking about his brother love, like it's gonna fuck him up. He gotta take this as a moment as being humble, come out. Yo, look at this. Yo, let me tell you, Gunna got the best PR. Yo, you go to Gunna's page, Gunna's doing a 5K run in every city. Like, you know what I mean? Gunna's now turned into fucking inspiration. This nigga looked like he about to get a deal with CrossFit. Yeah, lost all the weight, doesn't talk. He brings he went to Atlanta, right? All them gangster rappers who from Atlanta, we don't see them doing nothing, but they hand out bullets and bodies like they're crews. They don't really do nothing. Gunna has been the person who's uniting the city. Yo, let's go on a 5K run. He's running with the people. You know, it's doing so much to help rehabilitate his image, but also kind of give off that image like, yo, this guy's a good guy. This guy is, you know, he's accessible, because sometimes, you know, that's what usually a lot of rappers, they would like to do to like people like Gunna or a 6ix9ine. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that rat don't come outside. That no, you can't say none of those things to Gunna. Gunna, by the way, what I do like that he's doing, he's not trying to prove himself. I think 6ix9ine always fucked up on that, right? Like, oh, I got out, but I ratted in. What's up with y'all niggas? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Don't do that. Gunna got out. Gunna has been showing, I'm not scared of the people. Gunna has shredded this image that he needs to hang around with the tough killers. All Gunna's doing is hanging with the people. He looks the most relatable. He's going on runs with them.
Shut up. I'm like, Gunna is a rat. God bless him. I want to hear about Ja Rule shit. Gunna is the people. Gunna is because you fucking with it. I get it, nigga. Nobody want to hear about that.
And then Gunna comes out and gives you his hour and 15. Yeah. There's a couple rappers who all they do is threesomes and orgies. Yeah. It's a couple of them. There's a couple of rappers who they slap the shit out of their chick too. I'm not saying that's some proud shit, but that is in the culture of how these rappers is giving it up. So when they see a mirror image of kind of how they're living to a certain extent, now I don't know no rappers who's rubbing male semen on their chest, but in this other kind of deviant or degenerative behavior, they're not that outraged.
Where's the Ja Rule shit?
Please, this is contingent. Now, when I say I'm talking about rappers, like I'm not talking about corporate, entities or brands that want to align with them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about rappers. Not only do they, I'm hearing this chatter from behind the scenes. Another thing I'm hearing from behind the scenes that a lot of rappers won't say is that this documentary, they just feel it's a hit piece but on some beef shit. Like, they're not looking at this like, oh man, this is not a surviving R. Kelly blowback within the industry. Like, oh my God, really? No. All the stories told in this doc are known stories, are myths, rumors, are things that people speculated on for many years. There's nobody sitting back and say, oh my God, this is some brand new information.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the things when people
You're right about that.
listen to Surviving R. Kelly, they didn't know the depth. That's not the same with this documentary right here. So most people, rappers in the game, they're like, man, 50's a cold nigga. That's what I keep hearing. 50 a cold nigga. I don't hear them reacting to the doc saying, yo, Diddy's disgusting. All they keep saying, man, 50's a cold nigga. Which goes into this idea that I think most people in the industry, they're going with this idea that this documentary was more of propaganda to make people, to heighten the dislike for Diddy once again, after some people may have been a little bit more sympathetic since he beat the RICO and the sex trafficking charges. So that's why Ja Rule jumped in and said, all right, if we're doing documentaries and we could just twist any type of historical event and put a narrative around it and make someone look crazy, well, I'll do one against you.
Yeah.
Another thing I've heard, which again, these guys they're not gonna say it publicly. They're skeptical of this documentary.
Hold up, yo. Hold up. I got to get some shit up off my chest. DJ Khaled, you're now rocking with the best. We the best. I want to play this last one by All Urban Central. You already know I fuck with them because he's paraphrasing what Ja Rule actually said. Let's watch what he said. Go back. Oh, Lord. Let's be real. That nigga don't give a fuck about the victims. We all know why he did the doc. Herman's a cancer to culture. If he cares so much, then donate the profits to charity for domestic violence. Yeah, Ja Rule. Let's keep going. Well, that was Ja Rule's thing. Hold up. Pause that. I'm not condoning Diddy's behavior. I'm showcasing Herman's character. Why he call it Herman? Ja Rule, I'm on 50 Cent's side on this one. There are some animals that deserve to be snitched on out there. Some things can't just be swept under the rug. What things? What things? Whatever. There's sex parties. That's all he locked up for. Herman's no different. Allegedly, 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, has been involved in at least one well-documented domestic violence incident. In June 2013, he was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Effing Joy, in the stomach during an argument at a Los Angeles condominium, as well as destroying approximately $7 worth of property, including future chandelier and television. All right, well, that's where Ja Rule was like, he calling 50 a dry snitch, but he doing the same thing though. But not really, because he was accused of the shit, so it ain't like he telling him. Damn, Ja Rule was over here. He's mad as hell about this documentary though. Ja Rule tight. You don't like this documentary at all. I want to see what the hell. He said what? What did he say? He said Los Angeles authorities charge him with 1 misdemeanor count of domestic violence and 4 counts of vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty initially, but later reached a plea deal in October 2013, pleading no contest to 1 count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and their vandalism counts were dropped as part of an agreement. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 30 years of da-da-da. Yeah, but she could have been lying about the domestic shit. I don't know. Unless she was really beat up, I don't know. But hey, if she couldn't been, and she probably wasn't lying. He kicked her in the stomach. That's crazy as hell. Anybody that's even accused of that type of stuff in jails in certain places, they no good. So hey, Ja Rule, that's good bringing that to our awareness. Because everybody claim they squeaky clean, and they forget about the shit they was dealing with, and they think nobody gonna remember that shit. What's this say? He said, "You rat, always have been, always will be, a effing rat. Used car salesman suit wearing, filled gold. What's that? Rise having, Herman monster head ass nigga." That's why he called him. Yo, Ja Rule ain't.
Outfit check. What you got on?
Outfit check. You know, I came fresh with the ID guys today.
Okay.
You know, just real quick, you got the old school.
Shout out all Urban Central, all the other platforms that rock with me, that rock with the channel. You feel me? It's your boy Bush. We back. We gonna keep rising to the top. Y'all heard my points. I said them. And that's what it is. Another Bush reaction. We out of here, y'all. Peace. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Check this out. You know what it is. It's your boy Bush. Just another reaction video. Let's get into it. Let's get in tune. Another perspective dedicated to my little bro, always Marco, and my big cuz, Maul Maji. Free May Smoke. Let's get right to it.
Got bull out on my mind, mighty, mighty bull. He's got
the flow, he's got the beat. Can't stop when I see his beat. Oh, like the mighty boy, hosting reactions. Can't you tell? Gotta laugh, got a point. Join me, let's get this thing right. Got a point, join